Welcome, my lovely dears, to another sweet session of sunrise and sunset. When at last we left off, our glorious exemplars made their way up to Demon's Wake and prevented some demons from waking. They defeated the excess cultist who had absconded with a shard of divinity claimed from a tomb near Hunter's, a tomb called Hunter's Rest. And that's basically all that happened. There was also some wyvern fighting at one point. And now the party are making their way over to Cavn, a city they've not seen since session 3. All those many sessions ago. However, on the way, as is their regular wont to do, a crit was rolled, and that means that there has to be something on this glorious journey for you on the way. Now, you're about halfway there on your journey. 4th Legion scouting force is probably like there. They're still moving very slowly with your ship.
We're not on that map.
Down. Oh, I apologize. I thought I'd dragged you over. There you go.
You had not, but now you have. Good.
Yeah. You're at roughly this point. You're definitely going to... Maybe not definitely. You'll arrive like roughly the same time as they do to Cavn. Despite the fact that your journey was a lot longer.
We're just that good.
You are just that good, and also your ship is just that way down.
That's also true.
They're basically villagers hanging out of the fucking exterior, like, storage netting.
Between our old ship being overladen and our current ship being minorly repaired and then really good rolls, we kind of did just deja vu out of that trap in the mountains.
Yeah.
With only minor damage to the prow.
No, so you did pretty well.
Well, the fucking regular ship looks like a goddamn like Indian bus.
Yes, yeah, very much the vibe right now.
My poor family's yacht.
Yeah, she's gonna need some TLC.
That smells like poop and ombre. That's great.
Look, we can clean the yacht and repair it. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna get refurbished in Los Dorado at this rate for over the winter or summer, whatever.
Hey, that's a reasonable choice to make. But hey, there was a crit rolled on the way. And as I was saying, you're about halfway into the returning to the journey to Cavn. Now, what do you guys do, I suppose, at first, like, over the course of this travel? It's not a short one by any stretch. Like, you're kind of hauling ass, low compliment. You're missing a lot of your fun toys.
Reading through that new spell book I got. Trying to memorize more of it.
I don't know, bending cast over the helm.
Did I copy your spell book down somewhere? I think
Fair.
I need to check. Ooh, I should do that.
So, while you are busy ravaging your cast, you note a shadow pass overhead.
Interesting.
It blocks out the light for a brief moment.
I look up.
It was a trick. The boulets come crashing through the keel.
No!
Yeah. You look up and can see a particularly large draconic figure. It's just lazily drifting above you guys. It's just watching you, going in slow, steady circles.
It's a voyeur. I get it. What color is it?
Give me a perception test. It's probably kind of hard to tell. They're backlit by the sun and you're looking up.
I do not have the spyglass. Yeah, so someone else is going to have to make the perception check. I will roll a 10, apparently.
Yeah, hard to say.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Cass can see their feet. He knows all.
Cats. Alright, yeah, you've seen those feet before. They are
Of
feet
course.
belonging to a deep blue storm dragon.
Eloy?
Marina?
Marina. Marina Stormwing of Akalona Pass.
What's she doing all the way out here?
Well,
Good
How
question.
far away is
That's a good
Akalona
question.
Pass? Is it the other side
Yeah.
of the map?
This
Yeah, it is.
very
It's
far
part of
away.
Lost Dorado. See here,
well,
it's
I get the
over
fucking
700.
magic. I get the prestidigitation once and just make up a large, large text that you can see.
Honestly, she probably has no problem seeing you anyway,
Great.
because pretty fucking good eyesight on her. If greens have fantastic sniffers, blues have amazing eyes.
I've got special eyes.
Special eyes. Yeah, at the moment, Marina appears to be just lazily drifting around over you.
Apparently she likes
Should
to
we
watch
ask her
that.
down?
That's up to you.
I'm
I'm-
literally asking character asking,
Oh,
should
yeah.
we ask her down, guys?
Yeah, well, I'm a
little
bit busy
busy.
at the moment.
If
Kate
she,
is the only other one
I'll-
that can fly.
I'll say yes. Okay, I'll just call it.
if she wants to come down, she can. But
Do we have Tiff
otherwise-
with us? Or is she with
Yes,
the boat?
She's with us.
No, she's with
Oh,
the
no, she's with the
You
boat,
have-
right,
You
right,
have
right.
Brie.
Well, the only one that can fly is busy right now.
Anyways, if she wants to come down,
I-
she can. And she's drifting over top of us for now and heading the same direction, it seems.
Yeah, she might just want to travel with us.
Then you just, text, make out the big text. So
Could you wait
Wanna
like
come
5
down?
minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You can gesture her down, but she does not come down until Cass and Ralu are finished. You get the impression that she was just waiting politely, so as to quite specifically not be a coitus interruptus. At this point, after
Yeah.
watching the whole rest of the party come up and be like, "Yeah, come on down," she's like, "What the fuck is wrong
think-
with her?"
I think it's only Karin that's being like, "Here, come
Yeah,
on
yeah,
down."
Sure, yeah, you're right. She's the one like gesturing with big letters.
Anai's just,
Eventually,
Anai's just thrusting her chest out.
I'm just on the
Yeah.
deck reading a book. That's all.
yeah, eventually she will drift down to you. The air grows like sort of just charged with energy. Thankfully, none of you have metal bones, so you're all right.
Meanwhile, the Warforged.
that made my fucking teeth itch.
Sorry. Yeah, as she lands, does that quite classic, like wings get snapped in, like descends, landing as a humanoid figure. Dusts herself off. About time. Good to see you all.
And you
You're
as
far
well.
Hey
from
there.
home.
Well,
Hi.
you're far away from where you normally are.
I am indeed. I was actually picking something up on the other end. I was expecting a delivery to arrive at the Northern Trade Authority, and I noticed all of you. Yeah, from where you are right now, the Trade Authority is like 200 miles north of you.
Oh, okay, that's where it is. I was looking.
I take
Yep.
it you didn't see anything from the Hunter Hill thing, then? No, that's far enough away that you
no,
wouldn't
I
see the
did-
smoke anyway.
I did see smoke. That does fill up the air quite a lot. You would not be surprised to hear there aren't many fires in the desert because there's usually not much to burn.
Well, then
Yes, I did notice there was fire there.
yes. Some of those outer god cultists rather burned up the place.
Same shit, different day. We killed them and then tracked them down to their little altar site.
Which way is this altar? Like stand and Squint in all directions.
Whoever has the map should pull out the map and point at it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Oh, okay then. Not a place I have looked into or heard of.
It's fine. It's an old altar anyway, and it was used in regular things as opposed to just specifically these evil cultists.
Nah,
Demon
fair enough.
Strike.
And, well, I mean, I'm glad that what brought you here is important and good, righteous business. Things have been blessedly quiet in Akalona. Fewer smugglers than usual, actually. Although, to be fair, we're hitting the heights of summer soon, so...
That's good.
Oh, Perrin has been asking for all of you.
Oh, what for?
Sorry, not Perrin, Charon. Well, just to meet all of you properly. Never really got a proper chance to get introduced to the ones who rescued her. She's gotten
Well.
smart enough now to understand the context of being rescued, at least.
This is the
Oh.
kid, right?
Yeah, the A.
Yep.
Yeah. Ralu will just blink. I didn't know that dragons mature so fast.
Oh, I mean, she'll be a tiny little thing for ages, but, you know, we're pretty smart as that, all things considered. When I say she's aware of what being rescued means, she thinks that she's a little princess, and to be fair, yes, she is a little princess, and that she was rescued from her tower.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's about
These
the most
accounts
of
are
her
not
understanding.
wrong.
Yes, yeah, as I say. So you can see how the child kind of put that together.
We can make time to visit when we're going through Akalona Pass and back into Lost Dorado for the heat of summer.
Yes, well, you'll be pushing it quite far if that's the case then. This ship doesn't look like she's up to a journey quite that lengthy.
This is a loner vessel. We had to take it because its speed outpaces our other ship. This is a Manticore pursuit vessel.
Ah, fair enough then. I've
Yes.
heard tales of Manticore armies and legions moving around, but the news doesn't reach us in particularly good condition that far.
They're returning home.
From what exactly?
Hunting outsiders.
I see. Right. Need to move the Third Legion back. They will have made it back from Vittoria's by now. Yeah, most recently I'd heard they were at Vittoria's Dream, planning to siege the place down.
We broke the siege. Someone stole from the Golden Mother. We
It's
simply
quite a dire
returned it.
thing. Fair enough. Oh, goodness. Well, look, as long as no one's getting besieged, I'm not exactly prepared to handle scores of refugees from one side of the world to the other.
Luckily, you don't have to. Our ship's currently bringing them to Cavern for now.
Ah, this would be from the burning at Hunter's Hill?
That's right.
That is a lot of lost food stuff.
It is.
Hmm. That will probably hurt for a little while, but I guess it's something we are equipped to handle. We do have particularly good crop on our end, of course. Unfortunately, I don't think our access would survive a journey all the way up to Cavn. Oh. Brandon shakes her head. Well, I suppose I should be getting on for now.
Of
Looks
course.
across a lot of you. Sorry for interrupting the two of you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Nice seeing you.
It was a pleasure
Yes,
seeing you.
nice seeing all of you too. She will squint up at the sky and she'll take off in like a normal flight. Doesn't change into a dragon until she's a reasonable distance away so that she doesn't fucking tip this boat.
I was about to say,
That's
like,
appreciated.
if she jumped with all of the weight of her shapeshifting into a dragon, we'd probably just go
Yeah.
ass over end.
Yeah, no, she waits until she's managed to get some lift and you've drifted a couple meters away and goes up and yeah, once you're at a safe distance, she'll transition. It still kicks up some sand, but thankfully the speed you're going at is kind of keeping you quite safe from that.
Karin's been flung off at projectile speed enough for this adventure so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious as to what she had made, but that's her business.
I have been told never to meddle in the affairs of dragons.
Probably a good idea.
Oh, don't you know, we wizards are like that. Meddling is what we do best. But I'm not going to in this case.
Yeah.
I would
Might as
suggest
well
waiting until
shrug.
you become an archmage.
Yeah. Why didn't you meddle then, if you're curious?
Well, for one, we're friendly with her enough as it is, and it's her business, so she wanted to talk about it. She mentioned it, but she didn't press further on it. I felt it prudent not to.
And secondly, and for the second part of it,
Yeah.
I just hold my wand. I hold a little prestidigitation wand and just gently touch. What's her name? A nice tail. Zuff.
Oh no!
The
Why would you
static
do
between
that?
us.
You are not gonna make a.
Oh,
like,
you're just trying.
dexterity-
You're just trying to discharge on her.
No. You're gonna make like an athletics or a dexterity or something to try and touch me with one of those wands. I'm not letting you touch me with anything here.
Or a dexterity
Right.
save on your part.
Yeah.
Because she initiated it without telling you, so.
Yeah.
Karin, I have bad news for you. You trip pretty badly.
and,
Yep.
and instead you zap your own head.
Well, it doesn't do anything to me because I'm the charge there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead, you've just gone like quite poofy yourself.
Boosh.
Your hair's just like up in a mess.
Mm.
Yeah. You are able to continue onwards. To the glory of Cavn. You pass, of course, through the Boulay fields. And as you do so, you can see that your ship has been nicely parked at the dock they've got above Cavn. The villagers on it have since scattered and moved on into Cavn itself. And it does look like they've done some rudimentary work cleaning the ship. There are still people who are on it currently, like scrubbing and cleaning up.
Alright, I'll pull the ship alongside and moor it. Look around for all.
Oh, it's a good
a black
boy.
page.
It's a good boy. Look at that.
What? I see nothing. It's just a blank page for me.
I know. I see it.
Oh, do mighty distinct.
Oh, I see. No. It's not that you do see. It's that we have vision through the mana core tokens that we've used.
I see, of course. I haven't pulled you guys in yet, so that would be why you guys can't see.
Yeah.
Okay. Boop. Hmm. Bam. Bam.
Whoa.
Bam. Ramp. Bring.
Who's a good boy? What? What are we talking about?
Look at this big good boy over here.
I can't see. Hang on.
It's Dodogama!
Dodogama, the good boy.
I don't know what
I
that
missed
is.
him.
He's a big chubby boy. He likes to eat rocks.
And explodes a little bit.
He just explodes
Only
just
a
a
little
little
bit.
bit. Just a little.
It just wants to chew on his rocks.
Oh my 31 HP token.
I just dragged in your normal fucking token. I don't know.
My
Roll
turn.
20
Yeah, sometimes it's
hates
just
keeping them synced up.
yeah. They just don't want to sync up. Yeah, I've changed mine a couple of times.
Yep. It's just
Usually worth going through them.
it's just the roll 20 things.
It's so expertly coded.
True monastery. Anyway, you have all arrived in Cavn. The guards will note your arrival and greet you pretty warmly. The town guard, as expected, has a particularly good impression of all of you, considering you stopped that whole cultist thing.
Yeah, that was fun. I executed a prisoner.
Yes, you did, miss. I don't remember you having wings. Congratulations on having those regenerated.
Yes, thank you.
He will give you a smile and a nod and, escort your group down into Cavern Major. Onto the city. I have not, obviously, as you would expect, filled the streets with random, just like peasants.
But they're like filled with
yeah.
them, yeah.
Yeah, there are a whole lot of them right now. There is a tent that has been put up where food is being handed out to them, produced by Maria Aluini, Maria Aluini, the healer, who I believe she made a meal for all of you last time when you rescued her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think she
And there
smooched
is
Cass.
Tiff at the bottom with your with Valora. They are currently
Hey, it's a
consuming.
taco stand.
They are currently consuming delicious crunchy bug tacos. And yeah, you have the freedom to move around as you will.
Well, I can't see where my other wife is, so I'm just gonna fly over here. Now I do. Drop behind Valora.
Yeah, you drop in behind your sister, and she'll turn around. Crawley, you're back! And you'll squeeze into a big old hug.
Ralu will hug back. Yes, my mission is complete. We managed to stop them before they summoned in an outsider being.
Well, that's certainly a relief. What would have happened? What did they do?
They're devourers of reality.
It would have been like the tower again?
Yes.
Ugh.
Fortunately, we weren't able to stop it and return something of great importance to the god of tricks.
Huh. Well, that's very good then. We just arrived earlier today.
I am. We did make surprisingly good time through the mountains. I am glad that we all arrived at the same time.
I'm glad to. Would have been really awkward if we just all sat around waiting for you. Even more awkward if we turn up late, I guess. But well, yeah, no, everything's cool. She smiles and looks around. This place is so nice and cool, like all the time.
Yes, that was
Underground
my.
cities are the bomb.
It was my impression the first time that I went here too.
Especially in the summer heat, it was getting pretty unbearable on the journey up here.
Yes, we're going to be heading back after this. We might make a quick detour. It depends on how fast it takes us to get out of town and make sure both ships are in good order. I'm taking. Oh, well, I suppose it's up to you. I was going to take my squad with me, but if you want to return directly home, the sergeant should be heading directly there.
I mean, I'd like to go home and see my mum, but
I might be a few days behind.
okay,
Come aboard my vessel.
all right.
Just giving you the option. You are
Mm,
technically a part of my squad now, but I understand that you want to be home as soon as possible.
look, you're doing important things. I don't want to disrupt those. So, if you need us to hang around, then, obviously that includes me.
Mm, I do have something I would like you to repair. It's a stone altar I found that was broken.
A stone altar?
Yes, to Damsa, the one who Ralu will pat her belly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'd love to do that. Sounds fun.
Okay.
There's a
Uh,
stone carver here in town, in fact. I could borrow his tools.
Alright. I'm having it transferred over to my room. You don't have to do it now. I suspect
Oh,
that Cass and I are going to be looking over the ship before we go underway anyway, so we have time. And I want to go talk to Tally.
that's fine then. I'll just trade a blade for stone carving tools. Bryce is a nice guy.
Do you need money?
But, I mean, I don't have any money now.
Well, now you do. And Rollo just drops a sack of uh 200 gold pieces in her hands.
That's a lot of cash. At least
I'm
I
a
think it is.
little.
It doesn't have the mother printed on any of it, though.
It's about the same currency because when you're trading with outsiders, you don't want there to be a disparagement of the weight of coin.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay then. Excellent. Yeah, I'll go get some tools and stuff so I can work on that when we're back home.
You can keep the rest.
No, thank you. She will hand you a crunchy bug taco.
Yeah. Ralu will just eat it in one bite, give her a scritch, and then leap into the air again to avoid all the people underneath her, and try not to hit her head on the ceiling. And go over here, and someone else
Yeah,
can do
it takes a
something.
bit of caution. Tiff gives you a wave as well as you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Tiff was with us.
Yes.
So.
Tiff was not with you.
Oh yeah, she was not with us. Yeah,
Yeah,
I keep
She
forgetting.
was not with us.
Yeah, Cass. You head over and you can see Maria. Currently, there are a number of people that she is currently serving food out to. Why, if it isn't young Khassid, it is a pleasure to see you again. And
Maria,
my, you
hey!
have changed since last you have been seen. Their wings are a nice touch.
Oh, yeah. Me and Ralu got in a match.
We'll do a little flappy as Ralu's
Ah,
like puttering along to see
sailing
Tally.
overhead, yeah. Huh. Well, that is wonderful. I was not aware the Sands were giving out wings for free.
No, not free, but, adventuring's got its perks.
Fair enough.
We broke the laws of space and time.
How's
Well,
things in Cavn?
regardless, things have been well, I think. They've been quiet ever since the assault against us. People have been a little bit more vigilant, a little leery of outsiders. Indeed, we were, she'll gesture at people she's feeding, concerned about all of the sudden new faces, at least until we learned that they had fallen fate to some such villains who had come to attack Cavn so far back. It has been very easy to engender support for them in this case. So, well, there's that at least.
That's good to hear. Have they figured out what they're gonna, do?
That is a very good question. Some might stay here. Those who are too old or too young to make the journey to anywhere else would be hanging around here. We have space for some, but not for all. We can figure something out for after summer.
Well,
You need not burden yourself with that. I hear you're already responsible for their lives. You should not be responsible for how they go living. Leave that to the rest of us.
if you're sure.
Of course, it is my job to take care of people. I may not be an adventurer, but I do my best.
Well, if you need any help, just reach out. That's kind of what we do.
Ah, well, there's one thing I could use a hand with.
Oh, sure.
And she reaches out 4 scritches. There you go.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
Cat
much
just gives her
better.
the big old nuzzle. And purrs.
Yes, good. Very good. Excellent. Much better. I'm now safe. She'll pause and looks down at the, stew that she's ladling out. Would you like some?
If there's enough. I do remember your cooking was
Oh,
fabulous.
there should be more than enough, yes. And indeed, you see that when she ladles it out, it is not, in fact, a stew, but a thick meat sauce as she serves it onto a bowl of spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
She is handing you a delicious bolognese.
Ooh.
Wow.
There you go.
Cool Western food.
Absolutely. Something from the homeland.
And Cass ends up trying to eat it with a spoon since it's a quote-unquote stew.
Oh my God, Savin!
How does this
I looked
work?
it up. I looked it up because I
She'll-
wasn't sure if hyenas do indeed purr. They don't really purr, but they do something like that. It's very funny. I'm gonna put it in VCT.
Then they go.
They will do like a ho.
Oh, that was it. Yes.
Look, if you want a good laugh, just listen to it. Starts within the first few seconds. Just
Yep, there it is.
it's so good.
Happy Ian noises is just going like the pufferfish eating a carrot. She will hand you a fork to go with the spoon.
Oh, yeah, that
You,
makes that easier.
Yep. You stab the pasta, press the tip of the fork against the spoon, and twist. She will gesture at a child who has clearly recently learned to do this as well, judging by the meat sauce on their chops. But they will show you, because they're very proud that they got it right, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And Cass will in turn intentionally get it wrong and make a mess of himself for the child's amusement.
Oh yeah, there's some giggling. There
Time to
is
go
some smirking on Maria's
Be a
part.
morale booster for the refugees.
Yeah, they certainly appreciate it. Like they're all busily eating, otherwise you probably would have been mobbed already by thankful refugees who are like, "Oh, you're back, you made it, you're alive."
Cass will regale them with the, tales of our heroic little adventure to finish off those who wronged them. Probably with a lot less, succubus cum dueling.
Yeah, I assume
Mhm.
you're gonna skip the part with all the cum blasting.
Yeah, we're gonna skip
Yeah,
over
no.
that.
I took so much damage from pearls.
Yep. Buckshot.
More like back a shot.
Sorry, this is just Ort Pearlbuck.
Still cleaning out like pearl powder from my armor.
Yeah, you're definitely still finding just pearls in your fur from time to time. Like how the you know full well as well, Cass has probably hidden some back on you again just to baffle you fresh.
Oh, yes.
But you did say a lot of them also exploded when they impacted with my magical armor. So
Yeah, there are a lot of
it's-
them that just fucking shattered into pearlescent clouds. Poof.
it's like glitter. I can't get rid of it.
Yep, it's just all over the place. This is quite sharp glitter. This pearl going to go through you like
Sharp
diatomaceous earth.
Ugh.
Oh no.
The others will similarly make their way around, chat with people, see that everyone is doing okay. Is there anything that you guys wish to accomplish here in Cavn?
Let's see here.
Is
You
there
already-
anything to buy?
To buy? Buy in what sense? Like, are you after something in particular? There is a smith here who can produce things. They can do refills of adventurers' kits. They have some food, but they're going to probably apologize and say they're not selling any of that right now because they've got refugees to take care of for the summer.
Yeah, no worries. It's not selling our food. They have, items and shit that, like maybe I found during the time that we were away or has been made or anything like that.
Nothing especially fancy has been made. It's just been like gear for guards and
Curiosa. That also.
yeah, no curios. There is an alchemist here who's probably been producing like basic healing potions and stuff. So if you want like simple healing potions, you could go to Garialana.
Honestly, I did use a couple of those, so I will restock on that.
Yeah, sure. Normal prices.
Um,
No upcharging for you.
is this the
You
kind
don't
of
get the guardian tax.
is this the kind of town that has that sells fire resistant potions?
Probably not. You could commission them, but she doesn't need to produce them on the regular because Cavn is not in the sun's ever burning heat rays.
If they don't have one, I'm just gonna ask our alchemist to go and get supplies and do it herself. We have a big noodle, but
Maria will sigh when you ask her to build. That's a very mundane potion, but okay, sure.
it's incredibly useful for combat.
I'll be working with the village foreman of like the Hunter Hills guy, and actually handing over the pearls. I think we knocked it off already, but
We did.
actually giving it to
Yeah.
them and making sure they have it.
I think that you have already done all of that. You made sure they had the money before the ship separated.
Yeah,
Right,
the money went with the ship.
Yeah, I thought so, but the ship was just getting it at the same time, so making sure of it.
Regardless, the warden will still be incredibly thankful and, say that they're still figuring things out. They've got more than enough money to pay their way, but it's too difficult to move villages this close to summer, so they're going to have to settle down here in Cavn, and it feels a little bit bad that he's going to have to pressure their infrastructure for a season, but there's not really anything anyone can do about it, except give them money for it, which they have done now.
Of course.
Indeed, at any point later on, you might see that the mayor's aide, Rihanna, has a nice new pearl necklace.
Nice.
No one has told her where they have come from, and I don't think anyone intends to.
Oh God,
I don't think
I'm
we
not
told the
telling anyone
villagers where those
anything.
come from.
We sure didn't, and we're not gonna.
Some of them may have seen it or put two and two together, judging by the pearl buckshot-shaped bruises that match the exact size of the pearls handed over.
Clearly the dragons just have some sort of pearl breath attack. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Some of them will have either have seen it at a distance or, in fact, you did it while they were villagers escaping. Now that I think about it, no, they have seen you. They've seen where these pearls come
No, we
from.
saved all those for the queen.
We sure did not do.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you
of
moved them over to the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Regardless, that's a them problem.
Yep.
Hey, speaking of ships, though, is there a ship available for hire to just transport something to Dorado, or like I could buy room on, a packet ship?
Is there a branch of the Mojave Express out here?
It might be too close.
Yeah,
to
there
high
probably
summer.
is one going out at the end of the week. They become very infrequent in high summer, and the cost doubles. But yeah, there is a ship that will go out.
How much would it cost to get, like, my giant fridge of fucking wyvern steaks just sent to Dorado, since we're going to be another, like, couple of weeks?
They will probably just, like, charge you just the journey postage as opposed to any kind of weight postage. They feel they owe you guys enough for that.
Oh, well, that's nice.
That's nice of them.
So it should just be 15 gold.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
Yep. As long as you're willing to load it on for them, because it's a big, heavy metal container full of magic, they don't really want to touch it until it has arrived at its recipient.
That's fine. I have some big, strong friends who can help.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, you can move it with a big freezer chest. Yeah, 15 gold. They have
Okay.
no problem. It will go out at the end of the week.
Question.
Okay, answer maybe.
How much was it that we gave the villagers?
15k.
15k.
Enough for them to like rebuild their village as according to stronghold rules.
Yep.
Okay, so that would be like 28k, 28.5k for us. Something those lines.
Should
It's
be in the party
already
loot.
all been done. It's
Yeah,
what you
so
have
it's
is
all
in the party
loot.
loot.
Yep.
That's all yours.
We just haven't liquidated it yet. We were gonna do that when we got back to Doro Doro.
Uh, 27, there's a 1,000 missing then.
What?
You know why there's a
Oh,
1,000
yeah, they went
missing?
to
Because we
Soulstone.
used the soul stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, then, yeah, that is alright.
Yeah, when we get back to Dorado, we can divvy up all of our spoils. We have a lot of gold and gems.
You have a shitload of spoils, that's for sure.
Yeah. Which is good because Cass himself has like 57 bucks left.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
poor
understandable.
as
I'm
dirt.
at like I got 136 in my wallet currently.
Yeah, when you guys
spender.
Yeah, when you guys left, you guys were pretty broke because you are
Invested.
rich. You're just rich in investments and property.
Yes, we have
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
not
of
liquid at the moment.
investments and no cash.
Yeah.
It's fine when the winter season ends. We get to run the
Stronghold things.
stonks and check the strongholds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which reminds me I need to
See how much
finish
of that
up-
has come to roost.
finish
Meanwhile,
up
we're
the
all
next
just spending money on nothing.
version revision.
What's my strong? Was it size 3? I need to look back now actually.
While you are here in Cavn, is there any kind of resources you would like to gather in preparation for potentially finding a large ship out in the wild?
I'm
repair
assuming that
equipment.
a lot of their
Do they have tow lines that we can get? Do we have tow lines on our ship? That's probably a good question.
The ship has tow lines already, yeah.
Okay.
what kind of stuff would we need?
Cass would know that. He is
Raw
a
material.
shipwright.
Yes, Cass.
Yeah,
what would
as
we
far
need?
as raw materials are concerned, give me a some kind of a tool test for
Alright.
what you might require.
Do so. Spend inspo.
11.
There we go. And then a
16.
knack. There we go, 21.
Okay, a 16 would have already been fine, but sure. Yeah,
Fine.
you can intuit that if a ship is in a ship graveyard, it was not able to move under its own steam. It's unlikely that they are mothballed in perfect condition. It's unlikely any would be left out there with like dead keels that are of tremendous size. Anything that has like broken down the middle would have been broken down for parts. Like wood is a valuable commodity, they would have sold it on. So if there are ships out there, they probably still have a living keel. Like the spine of the ship is probably functional. Just be expensive to get it out there and not worth it. It would have been abandoned. Most likely you'll need supplies for rebuilding a mast and for rebuilding linkages, essentially, between the turning of the ship. Like, those are things that are complicated, they require some amount of engineering and or, like, money investment to get a ship moving. At a guess, like, what kind of size of ship are you after? like a warship, essentially, like a medium-sized.
I mean,
I
that would
mean-
certainly
Frigate?
be nice,
Yeah.
but given that we're like right on the edge of dead summer, I don't think we'll be able to get a ship of that size back in action with just like
But-
one trained engineer working on it. Like we're probably gonna have to settle for a small ship for now, and then if we want a warship, we can come back and like we mark one that we want, we figure out what we need for it, and then we'll come back next or after summer with the proper equipment.
I mean, we could bring like an actual
You
group
could-
of engineers with us.
Yeah, you could just borrow a workforce from Cavn.
Yeah, but again, we need to track out how long it's going to take us to get there because we might not be able to hit it before high summer.
I mean,
Oh, you guys are going to be traveling in high summer regardless.
We're gonna-
There's no
yeah.
avoiding that.
Yeah, but it's just how many days do we want to add to it because it gets worse and worse afterwards. This might be something we might have to wait for. But
Okay, so it is a 240-mile journey from where you currently are. Let's double check here.
Right.
Good luck.
Honestly, I think the main issue is like that we don't know what we are going to find at the ship graveyard yet.
It'll take you about 5 days to get there.
I'm still kind of the opinion. Well, because it takes us 5 days to get there, but if you look at where the graveyard is, it's also surrounded by like difficult terrain, so we can't do a straight line back. So it's just that's not just 5 days there. We also have to calculate how many days to get back to the Great Oasis, drop people off, resupply, and then how many days on top of that to get home. So it might not be worth it to add another 15 days to our journey.
It wouldn't be 15 extra days, no. Let me pull you over to one minute.
It'd be like 10 extra days.
So, right now, like, a journey for you guys to get back to the Great Oasis goes... That's 336. There. And then probably a hard cut through past Brienne's tower and then to the Great Oasis.
It looked like 600 something, so almost double. Yeah, so
Yeah,
almost double.
That's
Alright.
not the worst.
Okay.
It's, I think, an extra week and change to do so. You could probably spend like a week out there doing work.
Possibly even less so considering how travel checks usually go.
Yeah, I'm definitely being conservative with the days because you'll probably completely blow that out of the water. But, you know, maybe you'll fluff all the rolls. That would be spicy.
Yeah.
It wouldn't strand you. You're going to be traveling in the heat regardless. There's no avoiding that fact. And it's only it would only get really, really bad if there weren't rest stops on the way, but you do have rest stops. You can stop by Southside, you can stop by the Great Oasis. You can stop in Akalona Pass.
I think we hit up the ship graveyard, find what's there. If it's something good, we mark it off, and then we
Come
leave.
back for after summer.
Yeah.
Hell, you could even, on the way back from the Great Oasis, go via the Under Pyramid, because they have an underground cove there, and Iris owns a city.
And also to expedite it, we should decide what size of warship we're looking for, so we can just ignore certain type of masts. Are we looking for a frigate or a corvette?
I think, at least for right now, if we're going to bring back a ship with us, we should go for the small, like a corvette. And if we can find a big-ass
I do
warship...
have a ship prepped that would meet that need.
Perfect. Let's go with that. And if we happen to find something like big and fuck off huge, like a dreadnought or something, that's great, but...
Yeah, that'd be something we'd come back for.
Yeah.
But if we can find a corvette, and if we can't bring it up within a day or two, then we should just mark it for ourselves and then come back for after summer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fucking if you hit the jackpot with a fucking destroyer, it's like
I too want to be in a Fletcher class.
Listen, if we find a destroyer, realistically, it's going to take months to repair.
Hold on, a
Yeah, that's
destroyer
not
is
small.
like
There
smaller
are
than a frigate.
definitely
yeah,
ships that would
I
be.
know it.
No, Destroyer is the fine one. No, yeah, Dreadnought is the one that
Sorry,
you're
yeah,
looking
it's
at the wrong
Dreadnought.
way on.
Whatever. We find like a big
Yeah,
ship,
yeah.
it's going to take months to repair.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
not
know.
a small.
Basically, if we find a
it-
ship of the line, it's going to take a while. But if we find a Corvette or a frigate, we might be able to yoink it.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, like, if you just get it to Dorado,
What?
we
Get
don't
what to
need to have
Dorado?
it fully. We don't need it to have it fully functional.
Our ship cannot possibly
There.
drag a
Wait,
ship
which ship?
of the size you're thinking of.
We cannot drag a ship of the line to Dorodoro.
We'll be lucky if
Listen,
we can drag
I
a
said
Corvette we
just get
repair. This is a yacht.
Yeah,
In fact,
but that's what
actually,
I'm
most
saying,
likely
is
what's
like,
going to happen is we
if
repair a Corvette
we
out
can
there,
get it-
and then that drags our ship. Again, we're on a yacht.
we still
are
have
you
the
s-
fucking this.
Are you saying that a nice pleasure ship isn't a tugboat?
It sure isn't.
Yeah, that is in fact
It's a tug-off
exactly
boat,
what I'm
for sure.
saying. Yeah, I get tugged here pretty regularly, but
Well, I will say this:
It's a tug off, not a tugboat.
well, like I said, it all depends on what state it is. But I'm still saying that if we can get it to the point that it can move, then we have luck and we have the mega ring of mass.
remember what Skow said. If they're in the graveyard, that means they couldn't move under their own power.
Yes.
And surely someone wouldn't abandon their boat if it was within the possibility of like their shipboard carpenter to fix. So
yeah.
More than likely, any ship there is likely beyond the realm of just one actual trained person repairing in a short amount of time.
it's repair it enough to be brought into tow.
Yeah.
But we'll see when we get there.
If we're going to a ship,
I just wanted us to
shape. Like
Yeah.
I just wanted us to hammer it out before we got there and then started arguing.
Anything bigger than like a Corvette or scout ship is going to be impossible for just the one person here who's trained in carpentry to bring up to speed. Like we are pushing it with even a small ship.
That's why.
And so if we do find like a dreadnought or something like that that we
Hedrah,
want,
I'm saying
we'll just tie off a line. We'll just tie off a line and come back for it.
Simply no way to get a bigger ship underway. Even with tow, even with magic items. It ain't happening.
That's why Skow said that we could hire people here.
Yes, that's the only way we're getting even a small ship going. If it's in bad shape.
Yeah, they're only going to be there for a little bit.
A large ship is getting underway. Not with the time we have.
Because Skow did say any ship bigger than like a Corvette or like a pursuer boat would take months to repair, and they're not going to hang out and repair that for months in the heat of the high summer.
Yes, we have a very limited window of like time we can spend repairing this thing. So it needs to be a small ship, and yeah, we should probably hire some carpenters here to come with us. Regardless, just so we can get whatever we do find that we can tow into towing state.
We should be looking at this as not a recovery mission, but as a scouting mission. And if we find something when we recover, that's great, better than we were expecting. But we should be expecting just to find a ship and then mark it and do whatever, like protecting it from the high winds of summer that we can while we're gone, and then rush back.
My hope is that we get out there, we find like a good ship for us in the future, but also we find a smaller ship that we can patch up, bring with us, and then sell.
Yeah, that would be good.
We don't really need a Corvette or a frigate.
We have one of them.
But
speaking of ships,
we
actually do have like that other ship with us.
Yeah,
that's
you can also that can transport goods, and you can also cannibalize it for ship repairs too.
Well, there's 3 ships.
If we
That
can't
belongs
about-
to the
so-
main course. I don't think we should do that.
I can't
No,
cannibalize
the one that we
some-
got from the cultists.
Oh, that's true.
The one that was there.
I
at
mean,
the
we were
cult-
also going to
yeah.
just sell that thing.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, we are going to
Well,
sell it.
Wait. Kevin, like, I'm just just trying my best here. It's like, it already has the mechanics and everything, the fine tuning for control and everything.
What?
You know, the gears.
What is it?
The
Stranding?
gears for
Yeah, like
turning
still like
and
What's
steering
it?
linkages. Yeah, it has its steering linkages still intact. But
Yeah.
also those aren't the size. Like that's also a very small. It's a smaller ship than the one you're currently riding in. That thing's linkages aren't going.
Oh
to,
yes.
You can't just drop and drag it, unfortunately. But you can
Oh, yeah, I
cannibalize
know.
that ship to restore one.
Yeah.
Like I said, we should just
I
sell
figured,
that.
like, the
Use the
link-
profits to hire carpenters. Go out there, get us another ship, bring it back here, sell that thing to buy parts to go build the bigger ship.
Well, that's the ideal, that we find another ship that we can actually bring back. Let's
Yes.
not assume that we'll actually find a ship that's in
Yes.
that good a state of repair.
That
We
said,
should go there with the assumption that we're going to find a ship.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're probably going to find a piece of shit. Like there, it's also possible to find nothing of value there. But for now, we do have a ship with us right now.
It's very
Let's
true.
sell that and then move on. Just hire some carpenters to help in
Yes,
case we can
I agree.
get
Let's do that.
something. And if not, that's fine. So, Scout.
I very much agree. Is it possible to sell the boat here, or do we need to go somewhere else to sell that?
You could sell it here, yeah. They would probably be willing to make a purchase of that.
Okay.
I mean,
Wonderful.
How much can we get for it?
That is a good question. I'm not sure what value it should have in like a raw money. Ooh, a thinky thing.
Well, size-wise, it fits several. Me a small crew. So
it's just how much can we get for it, and will it cover renting out carpenters so we don't have to dig into our own money for it?
I just think it's in terms of a car size, it's not a sedan. Well, it would be a sedan.
Let's go by stronghold costs. Let's have a quick look here.
Yeah, that makes more sense than mounts and vehicles, because mounts and vehicles don't really cover it.
Yeah. Let us pop open your lesson on Wylder. Stronghold values and stuff are in the core rules, aren't they?
They are, but if you're using the strongholds, it's probably just a size 1, because anything bigger than that gets really expensive, and I don't think like a small ship like that is worth probably the like same as a village.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's the
Unless it
thing
is.
it's I would say it is probably worth the value of a small village.
Really? Just
If
that
you think
little
about
dinky ship?
these, no, not that absolute dinker, but
Well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about selling the little dinky piece
Oh.
of shit we dragged from the cultists.
yeah, then it probably is worth like a grade 1 stronghold.
Okay, so like $5,000.
It is a,
So-
it is a stronghold whose one like a building allowance is this thing moves essentially.
How much is a grade 1 stronghold? Because I see grade 2, but I don't see grade 1.
Let's have a look here.
Like grade 2's 5k, but I don't.
Yeah,
see
there's no
grade
such
1.
thing as
Grade-
like a
I don't
one
think grade
room
one
stronghold.
exists.
There's a
Sorry,
minimum.
size
Yeah,
two.
there isn't naturally a size. There isn't naturally a size 1. It would be about 2,000 and a bit gold.
All right. Well, let's. Can I throw a persuade at it to try and get a little more out of them?
Sure.
All right. Come here, Anai. I don't
Good thing
think
I
we're
was there
getting
and he
anything
wasn't
else.
a crit fail.
Fart in the wind.
Tell you what, they'll give you 2,000 gold, and you can have the workers for free to help you at the ship graveyard.
Outstanding. All right. I'll make that deal any day.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine with me.
All right. Added that to party loot. Let's go.
Okay.
Yep, let's head out. Journey rolls.
I need to talk with the manticores first.
Sure.
Gonna find the sergeant.
Yeah. You get a crisp salute from the sergeant. Captain?
I have finished my task. Here is my report to the Golden Mother. You are relieved of my command and may return with what may I recommend all haste back to the Great Oasis.
Damn. She gives you yet another crisp salute. It has been an honor, Captain.
It was mine, Sergeant.
Gold and glory keep you. Yeah. She will
There-
begin going and rounding up her soldiers.
We're all in a hurry, so sadly, no milk times.
No milk times. Very sad.
Hey, I have Tauren with me this time. That would be double as good.
It would be double as good. That is how that math works out.
Double as.
Yep.
Yes,
as
that's how
good.
that works.
Speaking of then of your crew, your squad, what are you doing with them?
They're gonna come with us.
For how long?
Oh, we're going to go to ship graveyard and then we're gonna drop them off.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. If they're with you for that journey, that is fine. I was like, you can't, like, I don't want you to add them as a whole shitload of companions to this thing.
I mean,
already
Tauren
more
is-
strong enough.
Tauren's gonna come with me to Doro, but that's because also someone needs to look after my kids after they're born.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
Yeah, no, that part's right. No, I mean, like, as in, like, you can't just have
No,
a
no,
battle,
no,
a
I'm not-
battle-ready squadron.
I'm not gonna
additionally
do
to-
no. They're getting dropped off because remember they need to well, first of all, they should just take the summer off, but they also need to keep looking after the Forbidden Sanctum until I can find that gosh dang puzzle box.
Cool.
Oh, and my sister has to go and start actually doing engineering work.
Woo, engineering!
It wants to do.
Yay!
You
She
should send
is excited to
Nosferatu
do
get like
the
an
things which she wants
actual
to do.
doctorate in engineering or whatever.
She's
So
got
you
to learn the School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, she's a mason and she is educated, but there's not the same kind of collegiate thing. It's basically the Manticores have a stonemasons guild because everything that's not alchemy, stonemasonry, or smithing gets purchased by the Manticores because that's the three professions they're good at and they actually train in.
Essentially. All right. So,
Double rolls.
travel rolls again. As everyone begins
Yup.
to go their separate ways.
What?
23.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that was so fucking loud.
Don't you dare
Oh.
crit. Debbie? Okay. I was just
Ooh,
feared some kind of crit roll.
Oh,
again.
wow, I didn't roll very good this time.
No, you did not.
Alrighty.
Where are we? And where are we?
You
And where
can
we're going?
inspiration
In?
roll that.
We're at Cavern. We're going to ship graveyard.
Okay.
You can
I guess
inspiration
re-roll
roll
that,
that if
Kina.
you want to.
Okay.
Cowards.
Oh, yeah, it's
No.
better.
Fuck all of you.
I was prepared to let it sit, but they said no.
Yep, no. It's
Hmm?
fine.
Hedrah can't stand a
How it
failed
is.
check that she could do something about.
That is fine. You guys can make your way to this destination. It takes you a rip-roaring 4 days. You make excellent time. High sun, though, is upon you. Future travel checks are going to get a lot more difficult, and they are going to do things like make you sick, and do things
Yep.
like heat stroke, and attract irritable monstros.
Yeah, well, that's
Hmm.
why we're not traveling during the day.
Yeah, you can instead swap entirely to night travel instead.
Yeah, but the sun is still going to be beating down on the vessel, which means it's going to be beating down on us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Right.
this is
So, the ship graveyard. It is stowed away in what you would consider a corner of this craggy, cracked mountain. I have a nighttime version of this. You are able to pull up at what seems to be a descent into this little, like, cavernous area. However, you can also climb off and head towards what seems to be a valley, like an opening, essentially, into a valley. It's too small to admit your ship, but it is suspiciously shady and pleasant looking. Depends. Are you going straight for the cavern, or are you going to be checking your surroundings?
Always check your surroundings. No one likes getting jumped. Swooping is bad.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
there a bunch of ships go down, so maybe there's some sandworms or something like that that's causing it.
Entirely a possibility. Just grab everybody. And you. As you descend into this small valley.
Hedrah, you want
You
to swap
can-
places?
You can see that there is a tiny oasis, at least some kind of a small spring here where there is enough shade to have given it cover. Maybe rare occasions of rain actually passing by would improve this. You suspect as summer gets taller, this will dry out entirely for the season, but right now there is water up ahead and it reflects the moonlight most keenly.
Alright.
Loam, what do you see with your elf eyes?
What do I see with my elf eyes? There. Why is my health so fucking low?
It's just sheets being sheets. They don't tie
Okay.
up for whatever fucking reason.
Okay, there we go. Let's see here. Sneak out. Oh.
That's being sneaky.
Sure, sneaky. Yeah.
What do I see?
You see that in the shadows and the moonlight, there is quite a lot of open visibility here, and plenty of shade protection. There are trees and there is water.
Looks fairly normal. Make a perception check.
Sure.
Whoop, that was
You
This
shoot
way.
your own eyes out.
Bog!
Drastic. Yeah, no, with a 15, you can see that there is a collection of, like, scattered bones. Have been, like, stowed away into the corner. They don't appear to be humanoid. It looks like maybe wyverns.
Do they look like they've been gnawed on or anything like that?
She can't tell from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But there's certainly some bones and stuff here.
This might have been a popular watering hole for something that has otherwise met its end.
Now, I've seen creatures that like to burrow under the sand,
Yeah.
but that's usually during the day.
Yes.
Do I see any evidence of, like, unburrowing around here?
Give me a survival. Or an investigate.
Well, survival check. 14.
You detect no, like, burrow sign around here, no.
No worm sign.
No worm sign.
No.
Yeah. So far as you're aware, this
Alright.
little valley here with an oasis in it is adjacent to like a descent into a cavern into which rests a ship graveyard. It's a pleasant place. It could make for a good spot to stay for a week while you're working on a ship.
I'll return back to the group then and be like, well, I don't see anything untoward. There's no sign of any kind of creatures that I can see. There's an... I think the ship graveyard is underneath us. This place is quite nice, actually. It'd be a good place to set up a camp.
You actually
Very
found somewhere
well.
nice for once?
It seems so.
We had to get lucky eventually.
Also, isn't that a big
Alright.
pile of bones over there?
Just
There's...
With all-
Yes, that's the only oddity, is that there is a... Something has been feasting on wyverns, it seems.
let's
Something
proceed
that eats
forward.
wyverns is probably pretty dangerous.
Yes, it's
I
safe
haven't
to go
seen
over
any
there.
sign of anything, though.
Let's
Is it safe to
proceed
go-
forward with all due caution. I'll lead the front, Masika, you lead the back.
Let's go over to the bones and see if we can't discern any marks or figure out what might be eating them, shall we?
Alright, I will move 5 squares at a time.
Yeah, you're free to move as you will.
I'm going back to hiding.
Tell you what, as we're passing like this little actual oasis bit here, can I try and detect magic this area?
Sure.
That'd be like what, an Arcana check to see about things?
Boing.
You detect all of your companions and yourself, but no other magic appears to be in this area.
Okay, good.
So is this just a pile of wyvern bones?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
appears to
that's
be a
the
pile
pile
of weapon
there.
bones.
I poked them with a 10-foot pole.
Alright. They are sun bleached and crispy. They don't move apart from to be poked.
And where'd you say the entrance was? Is it south down here?
Yeah, it's just south there. Leads you. There is like a way down into the ship graveyard.
What would it be to like try and figure out what's been eating his bones like when I'm next? Would that be like an investigator or would it be
Nature.
like a nature?
I'm gonna flap up on top of here and make a perception check to see if we're stepping into an ambush at all. If anyone's
The
watching
thing you're
us in
standing on
this,
is like lower down than these by still like
Okay.
a few meters.
then I'll fly up here.
Sure. Give me a perception test.
Why? I see nothing, Captain.
Yeah, you don't see any threats.
Before I do my thing, my next thing you want to do, Amxal?
Yeah, with a 20 in nature, you can see that these bones have been gnawed upon by something with not many teeth, presumably large fangs. As opposed to the old full maw, this is more reminiscent of a snake.
Okay. That's good to know.
Various different sizes as well, of like double fanged mouths.
It's the super wyvern.
The triple wyvern.
Would it be a far I guess to like say of a growing snake or like a bigger snake and like it's young?
No, I don't think you
Okay.
could find anything
Just that
one way
there's
or
a
the other.
multitude range of like size of the
Yeah, there
things.
are a range of sizes. Whether it, belongs to a couple or a lot or one thing changing sizes, hard to say.
Okay. Fair enough.
Or a Medusa feeding her hair.
They are much too big of fang marks for that, that's for sure.
I mean, do Medusa even exist in your world?
That's a good question.
A sand viper, who knows? They're just as snakes, so.
Jump down from
A
where I
desert
am and
Medusa.
drift down here.
Spot anything, Raleigh?
Not so much. Pays to be cautious though. How's the
Can't say
water?
shit, Captain.
How's the water, Loam?
The water. Let's take a look. Investigation.
You know
Wow. This water is not a deep pool by any stretch of the imagination, but it has been maintained. Someone has gone to the trouble of making sure that any detritus that falls into this watery oasis has been scooped back out. Looking around at the edges of it, you can see lots of brush has been taken back out in order to maintain this oasis viability as a place to drink from, even when there is not much refilling going on. It looks to be safe, clean drinking water. I mean, you'd still probably want to boil it just to make sure that there's nothing particularly grubby in it. But yeah, someone or something has gone to the effort to keep its drinking hole clean. This oasis is still here, I'm afraid.
But I don't.
However,
Okay.
when you are disbelieving things, you can see that there is a tiny little marker here on the opposite side of the oasis. Your efforts of squinting, as it were. This little marker isn't magic. It isn't something you've disbelieved into existence, but you've focused all of your wits on this thing. And yeah, in doing so, just get that feeling there's something not quite right. Not with the oasis itself, but yeah, there is a marker here that draws your attention.
I shall investigate this.
The marker.
Fuck's sake. Spend inspiration.
Okay.
There we
Oh.
The dichotomy.
Yeah. There is a rock set into this mass that has been pushed into it. It's got a chipped out icon that looks sort of like an axe, or like the head of an axe. The proper battle axey looking shape has been scratched into this rock, and it is loose. Looks like a dead drop to you.
Oh, I think smugglers might be using this area. Yeah, this is some criminal bullshit. Not that I would know or anything. It's gonna... No
Of
reason
course.
whatsoever my friends put my
We're just
hand in
gonna
here.
rob the robbers.
Which means that there likely is a gang of them inside.
Yeah,
An interesting theory, but for the part that when you inspect this dead drop and pull away the covering rock, you can see a thick layer of dust in here. There is one singular large bronze key, like the kind of key that you could hold the whole neck of in your tightly gripped fist. It is a big old bronze key, and yeah, it is covered in the dust of ages.
Oh my god, you got the key to the city!
Wow,
More
what
like the key to a
fuck does this
ship,
go
I'd
to?
bet.
Ships don't really
That
have
wasn't in
keys?
That wasn't in character.
Well,
What you got there?
regardless. Big fucking key. It looks like it's been
That's
here
smoothie.
for a long, long time.
Well, let's take it and go inside then. Or down, rather. I
Yes.
keep saying inside, but...
I mean, it is
technically
down, it is inside, it is both.
Has anyone seen anything hidden, like a chest or whatever? Maybe over here?
I mean, this chest isn't hidden, but no.
Cass will just insert key into titty and turn, and shake it around. No, it's not
Jiggle,
opening
jiggle,
up.
jiggle.
Yeah, sorry, you have to be the right shape.
Maybe it's
to
a
open
key
these
to
ones up.
something in the down below.
That's what I'm betting, yes.
That'd make sense, but I don't know. Who are they leaving it here for, and why? Could I make a history on that axe shape? Like, does that represent a specific, like, smuggler group,
Yeah,
maybe?
go for it. Absolutely.
Alright, Kiro, help me out here.
18. How hip to the jive would you be as far as, like, famous pirates as opposed to, like, thieves?
I mean, Cass is a storyteller, so insofar as, like, piratical legends, seems like something he'd be interested in.
Yeah, sure. There was a particularly famous pirate who operated the Black Hatchet, a terrifying dreadnought. They disappeared a long time ago after they pissed off a dragon. After stealing their hoard, they were told they would be cursed forevermore.
Well, I think this might have belonged to the captain of the Black Hatchet, the legendary cursed pirate ship.
Oh shit.
Well, there's like
Alright.
no way that could possibly be like down there, right? I mean, there's no way.
Why not?
Oh boy, I do love fighting undead pirates.
Yeah,
Well, mostly because it like disappeared out into the wastes one time, never to be seen again. I don't think we just find it in a graveyard.
Well,
I mean, if they were hunted by a
This-
dragon, then that's probably where a ship would end up, right?
This was more of
Maybe?
a rather hidden graveyard anyway. You had to do a lot of searching out to even find out about it.
It's true. I don't know, I kind of expected it
Only
to be
one?
in some hidden mystical cove protected by some great guardian beast or maybe a dragon slayer. Wait. What? We're pretty
Hello,
close to
hidden-
where Marina found us, right?
Yeah.
Wonder if she was out here getting dragon coochie. This place is a dragon's lair.
She, according to what she said to you guys, she went up to the Trade Authority North.
Yeah, I know what she said, but
It's true. It's true. She could have been lying. She could have just been here trying to score some Dragon Poontang and or Slanger.
I mean, the possibility does exist. I don't think it's likely, but it does exist.
I'm just saying, if I was a dragon, a ship graveyard would actually be a pretty fucking cool lair.
Fuck, you're right. It would be a really cool lair.
It would be.
They hoard ships.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pirate dragon.
pirate dragon.
Oh shit.
That would be sweet.
Let's go inside
Guys,
and
I am at
we'll
half
meet
mast already. Let's go.
When aren't
only
you?
one
Let's
way
go
to
inside,
find out.
RP.
Do 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 do.
All right. Give me a moment to gather you all up
Before we
Listen.
venture forth?
before you venture forth.
Also, now at half mast, you're always at half mast, I thought.
No, only when Ralu's walking in the front of the party.
Just
So,
like
all the time.
So always?
regular mild chub.
I mean, look. Cash just reaches out and slaps Ralu's ass. She bounces when
Well,
she
I mean-
walks.
I'm not
Flag.
disagreeing. I'm just agreeing with Anai.
Anai, yeah.
Anai.
Or
Anai. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Arnai!
That's
That's your
been-
pirate name, matey.
Yeah, you've been taken over by the spirit of the pirate, of the undead pirates, Yarnai.
There's not an eye
Anai,
patch under here. There's
hardly
not
believe
been
it.
taken over by a spirit of a pirate.
That is totally
Okay,
a thing
we
that
just-
could happen, though.
We just turn
So-
around and her titties are covered up with two eye patches
patches.
instead of on her eyes.
No, she has just instead she just she just takes her thumb and turns it around. She has a patch over the
Oh
brown
my
eye.
god.
Heal, 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 heal,
Yuck,
heal,
yuck,
heal.
yuck. Let me see. Okay. All right. As you begin your descent, and indeed it is a descent into this lower portion of the valley, you find indeed a particularly large hatch. It is dusty and cobwebby, and you can see like evidence of little grubs on it. This is probably one of the few places you'd see that, considering that like you're right near an oasis. It's a source of water, and they are all resting atop this wooden hatch with a large metal bulkhead door, like a cogwheel ship opening on it. And there is indeed a large keyhole in the very center of this structure.
It looks like we found your answer.
Whoa, that was fast. Wait, hold on.
They have, in fact, hidden the door, the key to their back door beneath a rock in the back garden.
I'm gonna check for traps, because if
Sure.
I was a dragon, I would have traps all over the place.
Or a pirate.
No, the pirates are
yeah,
the traps.
there are indeed traps. However, with 23, you're pretty sure that putting the key in means that the traps don't get triggered.
Okay, looks like the key makes them safe, so I'm just gonna...
Well, that's good.
I believe that's generally how things usually work. It'd be a really asked way of getting into a place if I had to get a key and then also have to disarm every little thing by hand.
Who knows? It could have been if you don't turn the key the right way the first time, all the traps go off.
Cass is just gonna turn around and put a hand on Anai's shoulder. Never try and come into the casino through the back door, then. Anyway, let's go.
Alrighty.
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. I hope you know that for one of your employees that decides to go through there.
Listen, only I have the key. Ergo, if someone tries to go in there, they're breaking the law.
You've got to defend your property.
Yeah.
Didn't accept anything from them then. Yeah. Alright, so you are hit by a quite cool draft when you lift this bulkhead hatch out of the way. There's no quite nice hiss, and indeed if you'd spent some time feeling around the edges, you might have found a draft if you'd pushed away any grubs and detritus from it. But now that it's wide open, you're hit full on by a draft of this deep cavern opening. And there is a smell somewhere in between the realm of old rotting wood and old library. It's kind of wet, kind of dry. Very wooden. Rust and metal perhaps as well. For your descent, can I get let's say a perception test, please?
From who?
All of us?
From whoever wants to be the one perceiving
do
at the
it.
front of the pie.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Put Radar Dish in the front.
Alright, Radar. You, as you make this descent, can, for one, feel the temperature changing as it gets cooler. The air gets probably drier, honestly. And you can see that there are cold, sort of irony looking rings that have been embedded into the stone wall next to the staircase making your descent, that look like torches would belong in them, although the torches have long since been removed. It's getting quite a bit darker here. reduce light, or are you continuing on?
I have
You
dark
have,
vision,
of course,
so
you have. Oh yeah, you have dark vision. Yeah, you got Maeve like at the middle of the party, so she gives off
Yeah.
light of her own. But yes, your
That's
dark vision
right.
does reach out ahead of that light barrier for sure. Then
Mhm.
yeah, you are the first one to see a pretty titanic, if ravaged ship. It crowns a large number of far smaller, far more ruined ships around it, featuring a large number of tattered, broken black sails, and its facets are quite covered in sharp, hatchet-like edges. Let me just let's see here. Who knows? Maybe this will actually copy over correctly. Hey, look at that.
oh, that's lovely.
You are the first one to see this massive fucking ship resting atop just a small ocean of its shattered brethren.
There'll be a gasp of awe. Yeah,
What do you see? Whoa.
that's a big ship.
Oh my.
Okay,
That's going to
maybe I was
require-
wrong. Maybe the Black Axe is just here.
That's going to require multiple crews to get in working order in any actual meaningful time.
Oh yeah, no, this is certainly not a small job. That said, it is not the only ship around here. There are a number of far smaller ones that make up the Hatchet's accompaniment fleet. And some of them are in,
Imagine-
like, not terrible condition. There are a couple you could potentially get up and running with the supplies you've brought.
Imagine getting luck in those pants.
Luck would be so fucking stoked to these gigantic pants.
Now, it might sound crazy, but I think we should try and get on top of that ship and make sure there's no, oh, I don't know, undead,
Ripley's?
haunting ghosts,
Yeah,
things like that.
We should definitely
Gribley's.
explore it ourselves before we do anything else.
Oh yeah, obviously.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. As you make
Get me your loam up there, we'll see for miles.
Yeah. There's still quite a ways to walk up to this thing. Like, this was quite a large pirate village, frankly, back in the day. And you can still see evidence of that in some collapsed shacks and buildings of stone around here. It would take a lot of effort to get them going again. And whatever groundwater was here that made up, like, the wet dock used to construct these larger ships is, it's dried out completely. I say wet dock, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do the underside of these ships very easily unless you can lift them wholesale up into the air. So resting them on water is kind of an easy way to build some of a ship.
I thought it'd be more like an air dock where they have like a bunch of ropes and pulleys to have it like lifted up off the ground.
Oh, for smaller ships, that's absolutely how it's done. That's how it's done at Cass's family place. They have a holding dock that essentially lifts boats, and it does hold them over the top of water.
Yeah, you gotta have something to cushion it in case like the ropes fail and it does fall.
Yeah, and also, when a ship is built, you can then descend it into the water to get it out of the city. If it ain't watertight, it ain't sandtight. And Cass's family do not build stern beast leg ones; they build skiffs, skiffs and skimmers.
I thought they built merchant ships.
They maintain merchant ships. They don't build them wholesale like in their private family dock.
Yeah, it's too small.
So does like the big ship as well have like the same kind of like type legs that the most do, or do they have something different?
This one appears to have a traditional ocean-faring base.
Huh.
But no legs or something like that for crawling across the sand?
Yeah, no strand beast legs apparently.
No
Is
beast
this
legs.
is this a ship of the line?
Fucking some kind of armed galleon, basically.
Cool.
The large version of the ship has smaller ship for scale. Let me put this in VCT for you.
Cass, you remember
I
the
see it,
story
yeah.
about the ship? Do you remember
So,
anything
it-
of like how it traversed across the sands, getting cursed and the like? Because I don't see a regular method.
There's
Also,
probably some way on the ship.
Is that the
Well,
pirate ship you were talking about, Cass?
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
pirates prefer small, fast attack craft, not
Look around you.
warships?
Look at all the smaller ships. Those are the hunting dogs.
This was a home base.
That's the mama wolf there.
That's the mother base, as it were.
Mother base.
so essentially, we
Metal
found
Gear.
God. We essentially found the goddamn turbines.
Yeah, like I asked with my question, this appears to be a ship of the line.
I don't even know what your definition of a ship of the line is.
The normal definition?
Okay, nerd. How about you give visual context?
A ship of the line is for the naval tactic a line battle where they have at least 44 guns.
I would, yeah, I'd consider this like a viable line ship, sure.
There's a ship of the line.
Yeah. Like, it has multiple. Ship of the line is meant to, because back in old Navy days, they would get all of your ships in a long line so you could all broad fire at the same time. And a ship of the line was heavy enough to be able to support at least 2 decks of guns. Unlike,
yeah,
say,
then
like a
yes,
frigate.
I would consider this a ship of the line for sure.
Okay. Oh boy. So is
And
it
there
sitting
are
on top
around-
of the other ones or floating on top of the other ones?
It's sitting atop the other ones.
Okay.
Is amongst a shattered sea of its brethren. And now you can also see how they might have been audacious enough to steal from a dragon.
Yeah, I can see why they might be audacious enough to do that. They
Still
certainly
fucking
have.
stupid.
Perhaps not when you have a fleet that size and you're fighting just a single dragon.
I guess
Well,
if you
then-
expect to take massive casualties.
Yeah, the difference is though that all you need to do is just point straight up. It's like the dragon just flies straight above them,
All right,
and they shoot
and then
down.
they likely have some sort of weapon to shoot up.
Oh yeah, like oh sure. Which ones?
Fucking who knows? We'd have
Who
to get
knows?
up close to see him.
Let's get
Um,
closer and
yeah.
find out. How about that?
Yeah. On your approach, you also see a quite intact looking, albeit the mast itself is cracked and the metal on it needs some serious TLC. You can see that there is a small warship, a wide, like 3-bodied beast. Let me go, guys.
So like a sloop?
Let me show you.
Oh, like a catamaran.
Yeah.
It is a particularly large mother basin. Yeah, you can see that this war skimmer, would usually feature 3 large air masts and operate based on some kind of a magical engine. And it is equipped with particularly large axe heads that make up the well, I mean, you can see for yourselves. They make up this particularly large ship. It has
So is it
a-
is it a 3-masted ship or a single-masted ship?
It is a single-masted ship with 3 massive sails on it.
Got it. Okay. So an outrigger sloop.
Let me. Indeed, I can even get like the parts that go on the ship. This is cool. Check this shit out.
Oh, that's neat.
Look, nice.
Ooh,
Like
fancy
that.
looking.
I think this
Well,
one goes
Cass, it looks like
that
we
way.
found your little ship you were looking for.
Hell yeah,
And
that's perfect. Honestly,
not only that, it also has a lovely tarp.
honestly,
think
seeing it,
even
I
with-
kind of want to keep it, but like,
Honestly, with minor repairs, it could be taken in tow by our ship.
yeah, she's in pretty good shape.
With minor repairs, you can just pilot this one if you can get it out.
Yeah, if we can get it out.
I do know someone that would buy this from you.
So, is it like bigger than our ship, or is it about the same
Oh
size
yeah,
now?
yeah. No, it's bigger than your ship.
Okay.
This thing has a crew complement size. Let's see here. I shall compare them side by side to luck. A living space of 35, a cargo space of 400 encumbrance, weapons space for 8 hard points, 8 mounting points for weapons. It would move at probably the same speed,
So,
If you
and it would require a Circle 2 spell to move at full speed. On a diet of exclusively sunlight, it can only move at half of its speed.
If you would hear my recommendation, Cass, we take this ship and we use it after the summer while we are still getting the big warship repaired, and this be our main ship for the time being.
I
We
mean,
can always sell it afterward.
yeah, not
Yeah,
just
no,
Cass.
I'm-
No, that's no, because I thought from this, I thought it was smaller than our ship. So I take
No.
back what I said. No,
No.
Ralu is going to instead suggest that we claim the ship for ourselves and then return Anai's ship so she can get it like repaired and refurbished because we have been running over a lot of people with it.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
getting that ship
I-
very much refurbished over winter.
I think this could be a new home. Yeah, I like it a
So-
lot.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to find something of this quality here, that's for sure.
We'll need to personalize and probably retrofit it a good portion over winter, but
Oh, of course.
Summer.
that can be done. Summer. Look, I'm so used to winter downtime
I know.
in so many
Yeah,
of our
yeah,
games.
yeah.
We're about to take a winter downtime in one game and summer downtime in the other.
We should well, hang on. Let's at first make sure there's no other occupants aboard this vessel.
This one and the big one as well. We're going to check the entire place.
The big one's a full-on dungeon. I'm excited for that
Yeah.
one next session.
Next
Oh, we don't get to
session.
go into the dungeon today.
To that one, no. That's an
Okay.
ordeal. You've got to handle
Well-
this thing right
Yeah,
here.
well,
first.
I'm about
Okay.
I'm about to proc an encounter, so
Yeah.
gonna get weapon. Before we count all of our chickens before they hatch. Is there a way that other people can get aboard the ship? Is there like a gangplank lowered at all? 'Cause
There
I can-
isn't
me-
one lowered. You
I-
could there are like hooking points for gangplanks on both of the outriggers.
All right. Well, given that the amount of ruins around us can Cass find, because he's a woodworker, some sturdy wood that other people can follow us up on?
Yeah. Indeed, you brought some sturdy wood as well. That you have to go collect that from the ship. From around here, you can give me a quick woodworking test. See if you can put together a gangplank.
Sure. $21?
Yeah, okay.
Hero.
No, I mean, 10,
Yeah.
10 is enough to make a gangplank. You're literally finding wood and nailing boards together.
Yeah.
All right. So you said on this side is
Either
Yeah.
side can be used to get
well,
up.
I mean, we're already right here, so
Yeah, sure.
You want to draw out where you put the game so we
Hero
know
with
on the
this
map.
with the little hammer and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's just spread out just a little bit.
You don't want to get ghost Kona colded?
Not really. I mean, I know Scout's probably just gonna do more deck saves on me, and that'd be fine, but I don't want to get immediately blasted.
I mean, you do need to get a little bit meatier for the commission I'm getting, so.
I'm at 7, that's pretty big.
Yeah, but that ref is bigger than that.
Okay.
All right, sure. You have before you a ship of quite dark wooden grain compared to, just the actual natural wood of Anai's family ship. Like, that one is quite a lustrous, rich gold. This one looks like it probably is sourced from trees in the west, if you had to judge. Like some nice, oh god. There's like some Germanic oak that's like real nice dark wood. It appears to be made of like something in that styling.
Ironwood?
Probably. I don't know the names of them well. Regardless, it is a nice, nice dark strong wood.
Yeah, it's this German ironwood. It's
Okay.
Schwarzwald, the Black Forest.
Oh, yes, right. Black forest dogwood. Dermy. Yes, some nice black forest wood. Is what makes up this ship. And yeah, there are some quite menacing prow weapons stuck to the sides here. They definitely need a polishing, but you suspect they do some fucking fantastic damage to a ship if you were to pit them with them. Instead of doing a full-on charge, which does, like, pretty tremendous damage to the ship itself. Don't get me wrong, its charge was, like, hilariously dangerous compared to your normal ship's one. But that will still hurt yourself. You can probably pit people with these without taking self-damage. They are big ol' meaty claws.
Is the mast snapped off, or...?
The mast is cracked.
Oh, cracked. Got it. Okay. But it's still going to need to be sawn off and replaced then.
Yes, it is going to need restoring. You could recover it, like, with some kind of a binding, but you have brought supplies to do a master rebuild. So
yeah, and we have that metal ring, so we might as well just saw it off.
You could try and fucking install that. Absolutely.
Yeah. But you guys want to get into... Are you guys where you feel like you want to be? Because I'm about to proc the encounter.
Yeah, what's it called? Kina. Yeah, there we go.
These metal blades on the bottom, Scout, do they count as a weapon?
The metal blades, they are a weapon, yeah.
Fun. Okay, cool. There's something for later.
Yeah, whenever you're using them for like maneuvers, they count as siege weapons.
Oh no, I'm thinking for a spell I can enchant armament them.
I guess you could. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you enchanting armament on them.
That's pretty cool. I want to be captain of this boat. This sounds amazing.
There's nothing stopping me from doing enchant armament. That means there's nothing stopping me from Tristan's weapon.
So I'm going to snap open my wings and then leap over the gangplank and drop right here.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
You can see here that there are some like dusty, like net-covered holds here. It looks like a lot of the storage capacity for this ship is held up in the outriggers, and it's probably the crew complement and weapons that belong in the center of the ship.
I got it.
Also, cool thing, I even have like modular holds for these things, which I can slap onto the ship.
That's cool.
Oh, that's neat.
So if you ever replace some of your crewing, you can put like
more hold. Yeah, got it.
So you must have picked up like a whole like ship pack or something like that for all this?
Yeah, it's only one. Yeah, I got it as part of like a desert map pack for other things. But yeah, getting this whole skimmer was pretty cool.
Yeah, we're probably, because this was like old-timey warship, we're probably going to have to cannibalize some of the rooms so Anai has room for her books, and that like the captain's quarters is actually big enough for Ralu, Cass, and Maive.
Yeah, if you like knock out a few like a a bunk wedge you can basically put partitions in.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
warships
Yeah.
are meant to cram people in, so we're probably gonna have to knock down a wall
Don't-
for Anai and all of her books. And
No. They said Anai has a chest, remember, that she crawls into.
No, I do alchemical work in there. I don't crawl in there to sleep. I sleep in the room.
Yeah, you don't. She doesn't sleep
Yeah.
in the lab. That's how you get carbon
Yes.
monoxide poisoning.
Yeah, but he has her books there. So,
No, I keep them in the bedroom. I don't keep them down there unless I'm using them in there.
Alrighty.
Don't presume to know my
Let's
habits, bear.
see here. Yeah,
I've
Ralu,
seen-
up ahead, you can see that the wheel has an old, like, rusted off wheel lock. You'd have to inspect it closely to see if it's, like, free moving or if the linkage is intact or not, though.
yeah, no, Ralu's going to come up to the helm and call for Cass.
Yeah, what's up?
Could you inspect the helm, please, to see if it's still in working order? And you said there was a chain?
A lock. It's more like a metal pole. Like a car wheel locks, the bar that goes across the wheel. It's basically one of those.
Can I just snap that off?
It is rusted. Yeah, you could.
Man, I'm just gonna snap it off so Cass can look at it. He knows. Listen, I know how to pilot and captain a ship. Cass knows how the ships actually work.
Yeah. When you break the wheel lock off, you see that the wheel free spins. So like the top mount, the heaviest peg at the top just drops to the bottom, which means it is not connected to anything. Like even you can tell the moment you break that lock and nothing's holding it up, the wheel just.
How long of a repair is that, Cass?
How long a repair is that, DM?
It is probably a 3-day job.
About 3 days.
Why does it no longer connect to the rudder system or anything like that?
Yeah, it's seen better days, let's put it that way.
Do you want to go below decks to see if the keel is cracked?
I mean, we should go below decks regardless, but yes.
Well, the first thing I wanted to check was the helm, and then we need to check the keel.
Yeah, I know what we need to check. I'm more concerned about what might be living in here than what's the status of the ship.
That's why I'm stomping around very loudly before I leave anyone.
I won't stomp around too much. Maybe you'll break through the wood before we've checked it all over.
There's nothing I can do about my weight in armor, and I can fly out of a hole.
Well, I mean, like you said, you're specifically like stomping down on it. That's
Ralu stomps around anyway. She's wearing 60 pounds of plate.
Yeah. Ralu, as you drop down onto this outrigger here, there is a rattling noise that you hear from within one of these cargo holds.
Like, down...
Right,
like down
in front of you.
tired of these
All right.
motherfucking snakes on my motherfucking boats.
Instead of looking up, I'm going to look down.
It was a trap. You should have looked both up and down, as there is clickety-clackety from the rigging above you while you are looking down at the
I almost looked up too.
beneath. Yep, I was really expecting someone to say, "I look up." You didn't. I gotcha.
You did get us.
You did.
And they beat your passive perceptions. So
yeah, I was
reading Felton's.
Listen,
no one ever made a chest to spot them. So I was just like, all right, I'll let it go.
Yeah.
Listen, I was stomping around specifically to proc a test, so to proc an encounter.
Clickety clack. There's a skeleton.
There
on
they
the
are.
boat. Uh-oh.
Skeletons in the rigging.
And stomping out of the crew space, I don't believe you asked for permission to come aboard.
Oh dear.
I don't need anybody's permission to come.
I usually don't ask for permission to come, usually. Now that I think about it.
Curse ye sand perverts. You're as bad as the rest of the betrayers.
Betrayers? What are you talking about?
The betrayers.
I just love hearing Loam's long-suffering Kif sigh in the background.
Haha, it said come. Oh, also,
Anai, you should totally Misty step up to the crow's nest and then become a turret from there.
I've got a page stuck onto my mouse. It's not letting me let go of it. There we go.
Well, here's the thing with that. If I do that,
I've gotta
then
hit-
I
I've
get
gotta
out
hit
of
refresh.
range
It's
for
just-
like
I'm
other people
accursed.
stealing me.
Oh, that's true.
I have a question. Hey, Pets, do you have that switch?
I do. I'm tempted to go over and block those skeletons from getting to Anai.
Yeah, but here's the
Might be
thing.
fine.
I have something that is really nice that I can do. It's called Turn Undead.
True. Where are you on the? Oh, you're way down there. Okay.
If you can make Hedrah go first, that'd be extremely
Yeah,
useful.
let's go for it. Yeah.
It'd be extremely funny too, watching all the skeletons get turned.
And just cast it at level 2 and all the minions die instantly.
How far is turn that? It's like burst 5, CB5, isn't it?
Yeah, so you won't be able to get all of them. You'll have to...
No. Yes, I can, because I have an extra
Oh,
3.
right, because if you
Yeah, I
the
forgot.
thing. So yeah, you just, what is it, 8? So you go like
Yeah.
here, and then
So
that's everybody. You have to pop.
yeah, it's actually all but 2.
I mean, you need to
Oh, okay.
go one step further, and then it's everybody.
All right. Make sure you change your manually change your thing, Hedrah. Masika already changed
Okay.
hers.
I will change it
Just
to
gonna grab a drink real quick.
Masika's.
Yeah.
23.
For that, I have
0.1.
prepped the
0.8.
war,
0.08.
the war
It's-
skiff
I keep.
for sheer
keep
luck
my
when
initiative
you put
ties.
her in it in repair.
Oh, neat.
War skiff mode.
I'm about to go war skiff mode.
So, anyways, I started blasting.
Battle luck.
It's gonna be so silly putting like faithful weapon on something in this ship when you ever have to do like ship combat.
Yeah, you can in fact make the war pit maneuver a magical weapon.
Oh wait, I can do it on everything. That's not a concentration. Oh, this is silly.
Yeah, you could also do it to individual ballista.
Yeah, no, there's nothing stopping me from just doing Tristan's faithful weapon on everything. If
And
we ever
also,
get into
behold
warship
how
combat.
much more damaging ramming speed is.
Oh,
4d6 plus 8 rams.
Oh.
oh no, who do I make my first mate? It is Cass or Mive. Oh no.
Oh please, you two are my first mates.
This is true.
But you just clearly you count out who comes first. That makes them the first mate.
Wait, this is an unfair contest for my Cass can go infinitely long.
Yeah, but you want to be first mate, so instead it becomes a race. Gotta finish faster. Alright, is everybody on? I'm still missing, I think, a Loam on the turn order.
Yes.
Oh, and
That, you know what? That works out for me because I need to go start dinner. So
okay.
Goblin skeletons. There's goblins
They're
on this
called
ship.
it's the Bilge Goblins. The fearsome Bilge Goblins.
Oh, so these are little skeletons.
Yeah, the goblin-looking ones are. The rigging rats are normal.
Ah, okay. I just noticed there were two kinds.
All right, Khassid. Although I think Savin just got up.
No, I'm also set us
Oh, no.
back. Hi.
Okay, cool. Hi.
Hi.
Did you see? There's the Sheer Lux war skiff. War skimmer.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do real quick is come over here.
Well, that was quick. You really are telling me first, mate.
Hell yeah. Actually, I'm going to make this guy first mate because I wonder what happens when you make a skeleton. No, not doing that.
You rattle his bones.
Dust.
Yeah, I am not, in fact, going to rattle his bones. I am going, however, to use precision attack. Turn on all my buttons. And then give him the old lightsaber. Whom.
Zram. Okay. Looks like he takes a normal damage from that.
But Meridiant.
You're radiant. Oh no, there is an effect the radiant has. As you watch this thing's eyes glow.
Wow, his health bar didn't move much, did it?
No, it did not.
Mm.
Not very much, no.
Oh,
All
he's
right.
chunky.
That is a chunky boy. Alright, well that's cool and all. I'm going to use the disengage action from cunning action to go over here and hop in a box. Whee!
Okay.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright then. At the end of your turn, you've gotten out of range, boo. I'll use a legendary to come over here. Karin!
No, no.
Yeah, you watch
No,
this
no.
one. He adjusts his coat and goes, I ain't not finished with ye, matey. And scampers right the fuck after you.
Okay then. Well, let's see what this does. I cast Turn Undead.
Alright. At what level? And also please print the card.
And can you wiggle
That's,
your...
You should cast it at level 2.
Not 3?
Nah, it's only going to do fucking 5 extra radiant damage.
Can you
It's
wiggle...
1d8 per. So.
Can you wiggle your
Whatever.
pointy, please?
Level 2 gets rid of all the minions, that's all we care about.
My bilge goblins. Okay. Starting from the top.
You only have to
Like
make
bilge goblins.
4 saves for the normal guys and 1 save for the boss. The minions just die.
My
Yeah.
bilge goblins.
But just take it before you even.
You explode my bilge goblins. They all
What?
like
I'm not
it
red.
is a horrific clattering noise. Like an utter just an explosion of bone. Kabrish. Kabrish. All of these fucking bilge goblins fall apart like an angry army of xylophones. Alright, now my rigging rats. No saves. And also, please roll me 1d8 for them. Mara Nahib. With your terrible whiz, I'm going to use a fierce resistance.
Oh, that did. That's a nice, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Mara Nahib is going
So-
to
Yeah. So,
save.
what fierce is that?
These guys appear to take 5 extra radiant damage. And they are all bespooked.
And as a minor action, I will, because he seemed a little bit too happy to smack this bitch boy here. So I think I'll help him out with heroism. 3rd level.
Oh boy.
Hero!
Thanks.
Yeah.
Enough for a hero in the morning light.
So enjoy that extra 30 temporary hit points, and you're immune to fear.
Cass has never known fear his entire life.
Yeah. End of your turn. It is time to make you feel at least some kind of fear. You hit him with reading recently, so let's Hatred Aura. Oh, that's supposed to be radiant damage, not necrotic. My bad.
He does radiant damage.
Yes, he do! As he activates some monk bullshit.
Oh man.
So when it says
fucking
Aura 1,
monks.
does that mean like it's hitting everything around him in Aura 1, or?
Yes, he is making a melee attack against every creature around him. Aura 1.
Wouldn't that just be close blast 1? Or close burst 1? Alright.
Close, yeah.
Yeah, sure as shit gonna hit me.
That sure as shit is not, because it's going over there now. Because it's an attack.
Ah.
It is an attack. Alright,
I
fine.
appreciate that.
Oh, there's 29 damage to this skeleton instead. Rude. Alright. This Riggin rat is a spookified, but will instead try to give Anai the old heave-ho.
They'll probably succeed.
20!
Yes, they will succeed.
Alright, and give me a strength or dexterity save, please. He's going to try and grapple you.
Okay, let's see here. Strength or dexterity? Well, dexterity's a lot better, so we're going to try that. New.
Alright, I failed to do so, but you were heaved and hoed, at least.
I was. You heaved this hell.
Ralu.
Right. Well, I was about to choke a potion of necrotic resistance, but this guy is doing monk radiant bullshit. So I'm gonna fly over here. I am going. Okay, good. And then swing, swing. And yeah, it is. I can choose at the top of my turn, but the other damage is necrotic, so
Okay.
not really gonna
Does
do
appear
much.
to be...
Wait.
yeah. Where?
What?
The rigging raw skeleton cannot take any actions.
Yes, he can. He's
It is
immobile. He
fright-
is... Yeah, he
Frightened
can
and
still... He's...
incapacitated.
Oh, it's incapacitated. I thought they were immobilized. They can't do fucking anything? God damn it.
Let's go to let's see, where's turn undead? Is that a class specific spell or is it
Yes,
that's
all
just a
undead
regular
creatures in the spell's
mind
area must pass a
incapacitated
wisdom
and
saving
frightened?
throw. Yep. Or become
Yep.
Okay,
Save
then I
and
guess I
wolf.
don't attack you.
Turn
Let
undead.
me get back my 12 HP then, I guess.
I still don't save out. I don't think my rigging rats ever will. That's a shame.
Well, sorry, Skow.
Oh well.
So does a
Yeah.
25 and 18 hit?
Oh yeah, they both hit.
Okay. And then
27.
I am Captain Ralu of the 5th Legion, and I am commandeering your vessel.
You can't commandeer us, you bitch. End of your turn, and right
Roger.
before his turn, I'm gonna spend a couple
Huh?
more
What?
points.
Hang on. Let me make
Oh,
sure
you
I'm
still-
doing everything. Yeah. I'm going to make sure that I Anchor's Weight. And I'm right next to you so I can bodyguard. And I'm going to save my action search for now, just in case.
Can you bodyguard if it's attacking you as well?
No, I can't bodyguard myself.
All right, Hatred Aura. 29 to hit you and Cass.
Oh, wait, if it's attacking both, yeah, I can bodyguard, but I'd have to... Actually, I don't know. Let's print out bodyguard.
I'm pretty sure you can, but that does mean you're taking double damage, which is kind of rough.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can also just, once again, take the damage myself and then burst 5 on this guy. with the hate
Isn't
aura.
that your reaction, though?
Yeah, don't you need a reaction to do either one of those?
Oh yeah, I already used my reaction this turn, so nothing I can do about it.
Well, no, it's your turn
Yeah, it's
that
your
just
turn, so
happened,
you're...
so you have your reaction
Yeah,
back,
you
but
have your
can't
reaction back.
both
Yeah,
bodyguard
okay.
and slap a dude.
Yeah, I just printed out bodyguard just so we
Okay,
could
so
read
you're
it.
not
I
using
didn't actually
bodyguard.
do it. No, I was
Okay.
printing it out so we
Okay.
could read.
All right.
Okay,
Um,
so I do
yeah.
take 20 damage.
No, I'm just going. I'm not going to do bodyguard because I got my reaction back. I'm just going to Eldritch Mist again.
Okay, but he's attacking both of us with like he's making an area of effect attack.
Yeah, he's doing a CB1 around him, so everyone around him is taking that.
Still an attack though. Can't I move it from cast and just take the hatred aura myself?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to
yeah.
move, if you want to block one that's going after me, and then you take the damage, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm taking 20 radiant.
Okay.
You're not, and that guy's taking 20 radiant.
Okay.
Okay.
Done. All right. And now Nahim's actual turn.
Oh, I'm
As
DC.
he does his fucking pose on, and now that you've seen it in action a few times. And Ralu, he is going to use an encounter power on you, I think.
Ow.
That's rough.
Monkey grabs the peach.
An ass grab?
Bastard.
You wish. Have you not heard of Monkey
Oh.
Grabs the Peach? It
No.
is a it is a kung fu self-defense move that was very famous for being exactly what it says.
It sounds like an ass grab.
Gotcha.
No, it
It
sounds like
does-
you're grabbing him by like the crotch, is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, one sec. Here I will just
Which is exactly what it is when you look it up in Google.
yeah. Sorry, it steals the peach. Monkey steals the peach is what
Yeah,
it's
monkey
called.
steals the peach.
I take 1 damage.
Win.
I have DR5 bludgeoning.
That's fine. And then I'm just gonna fucking elbow strike you.
Oh,
Oh,
Ow.
and crit you.
I'm
And it
take
doesn't
away
matter.
your fun. I'm sorry. Oh, never mind.
you already
Doesn't
used
matter.
your action.
Nope. Why do you guys keep doing this? Shut up.
Oh, right. Yeah, your the thing with the crit thing. Yes.
Yes. I have the Gorgot defense.
Yep. This
So it's just a
delightful
nor-
gorget.
It's just a normal owie, and that necrotic I assume is radiant, right? It's just radiating me.
No,
over
it's
and over.
necrotic. It was he spent
Oh.
his radiant doing hatred aura.
Oh, okay. So I should have chugged necro
Yeah,
potion.
we should.
Okay, so that's 17.5.
Yep. 17 bludgeoning, 5 necrotic.
All right, everybody, turn off it's the sunrise bonus on your character sheets for the first time because mine's gonna be turning that off.
What you don't
Let
want?
me,
You don't want to keep giving me hatred aura blasts?
I don't actually.
Rude.
Already had it off to begin with.
And yeah, it's his turn.
Sorry, I was just figuring out how much damage I was taking. There we go.
Cool. Alright, both rigging rats are still useless. Maeve.
All right, yeah, Mive is gonna turn off sunrise and come over here, I guess, and just yeet a stick at him.
Makes sense.
Turn off all my bonuses here, and then sympathy doesn't have any special inherent damage, so yeet. Dinks off Ralu's ass. Okay.
Pink.
Well, that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that just because I was going to heal off of that. So let's try again. Well, I guess mine's not healing Ralu very much this turn. Flash a light. I can at least give you 10 HP, Ralu. So
Well.
here you go. That's all I've got.
Alright. End of Maeve's turn. It Tifko. And Tiff is going to fucking shoot the guy instead of getting his aura range. Actually, wait, no. She'll move in, crackling claws, and back out. Oh,
Oh,
good clobs.
As Anai has proven, crackling claws is really good.
You
Yeah, she's
All
definitely
right,
gotten
nice.
up since she moved to being an NPC sheet. Jesus. All right.
Yeah. The moment she made it to NPC, all of her stats got good.
Yeah, like that Crocodile Claws is insane. 3d8 plus 10. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can't take reactions, so you can just
Yeah, no, they
run
can't take
away.
actions
Yep.
at all. So I can. These are up to like the main ship, so I can walk across them up to here, right?
You would have to like climb a little bit. The connection up to the ship is over here where the rigging is.
But I can't get past them because they're the enemies there.
Yeah, you can't get them with them blocking you. But yes, it's difficult terrain, but you can climb up on from that side instead.
Yeah. I'll just do that. I got plenty of movement to get around.
Yep.
Get the here, I guess. Okay. So we don't want to hit him with Radiant. What if we hit him with Necrotic though? Let's see what happens with that. Maybe that'll be fun. We're gonna do a Blood Spike over here.
Okay.
All right, let me make sure Blood Spike is correct in these things. Yes. Be Blood Spiked. Constitution save, please.
Right. $12. Yep, 17 damage on prone, huh?
Yep.
I kind of want to pass. You know, it's early on. He's still got a lot of health. Okay. Yeah, he takes the full 17. Much like he does not appear to be weak to radiant, he is not resistant to necrotic.
Good to know.
Ooh, and he's prone. That sucks. That's fine though. I'm going to at the end of your turn spend a
Oh, you
legendary
used Blood
action
Spike.
to stand up.
I sure did. I love Blood Spike. It's fun.
Masika.
Yup. Time to
Okay.
Pixika.
Yeah. Yep, into the skeletons.
I'm honestly surprised Scout didn't make it so you pushed me back with it. So you
That's
wanted to do that
exactly
first.
what I thought was going to happen.
Yes.
Nope. Path of least resistance.
And then, yeah. And then I think I'm gonna attack into the one on the right first. Oh, I still have my Guardian Aura ticked on, sorry.
That's fine. Which one, sorry, was that? Left or right?
The right, so those top numbers do not matter at all.
Sure. 17, 16. 16. Owie. Alright, anything else?
That's about it, honestly.
Okay. End of your turn. I'm gonna flying kick Ralu in the tit. And crit again.
Wow.
You sure are. Wow.
For
Well,
not that much damage, but ow.
Admittedly not much damage.
reaction.
What are you gonna do?
Vital Leech.
Okay.
Resistance to all damage equal to double proficiency bonus. So how much is that?
It'd be 6
you can-
BR from if you did your.
If I spend a bit, so
Oh,
yeah.
if you spend a bit,
Spend a bit for that.
And I can spend 1 bit. So let's see. The damage I take first, 7, 8, and then half. So 3 plus 9 plus 4.
Curse you. Well, okay, you're slowed until the end of.
So I take 16 and then I heal 13.
Okay.
Oh wait, I don't take
Um,
16 because I also have resistance. I also have resistance to necrotic now, right?
You don't
Yep.
double up resistances. You take whichever's higher.
The
I have
resistance off,
DR5.
so
Yeah, I have DR5 bludgeoning anyways,
I'm
but
going to
okay.
tick
So
off that you said. I'm going to shoot at these two goobers over here. This one first.
okie doke.
Oh yeah, they're skeletons. These are all skeletons, aren't they?
They are all skeletons.
Fine.
All right, Kathwip, Kathwip. Nearly killed.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, get back again.
All right,
Sure.
Raging Rat, I believe in you. Pass the save.
No.
Oh.
End of the rigging rat's turn. It could be quite funny. It's not a great move, but it could be funny.
It's gonna be funny. Do it.
All right, yeah. I spend 2 LA, and I'm going to do high flying kick.
I can't believe I'm getting
Oh.
in a kung fu fight with a skeleton. Ow!
Yeah, down the line.
Untyped damage?
It should be bludgeoning. It even says bludgeoning in the little tag there.
All right.
Pretty good
Yeah,
line.
just there.
Fucked up.
Oh.
It's a pretty strong line.
Is that against?
Oh,
Oh, it hits me too. Okay.
Yep, goes through
Yep.
you.
Crosses that.
All right.
oh boy.
High flying kick.
See, it was very funny, Skow.
You're right. And then he arrives over here at the end of his kick and stomps
Falls to the
into
crack.
fucking and kind of no, I think I should make a check to see if he gets trapped in between the fucking rigging.
Yeah, he gets
would
to like
also
go
be
over
fun.
the edge, so he gets like a dexterity save. That's usually how you do it.
That is true. All right,
It
they
is
grab the
rules right
edge.
now,
Do you
it's
get?
meant to be.
Do you? Yep. Do you get grabbed in the rigging? Oh no!
Fierce
I spend a fierce
resistance?
resistance to not get stuck in the rigging.
Fair.
Fuck monks, he deserves
The
this.
fucking monkey's getting stuck in a bush. And getting
Yeah, I
sucked
nearly
in.
got
Oh, no.
got bushed.
Gonna get
all right,
bushwhacked.
Khassid.
Well then. My wife appears to be very badly hurt. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds upon her.
Yay! Ow!
Yeah. There you go. Vit +6 for you. And then I am... Let's see, you're still pretty hurt after that. And not too bad.
I can fix her. Don't worry about that.
I'm sure. So on that note, I'm then going to use a minor action to cast a Zephyr Stride, using my free once per day to get myself some extra movement and not provoke opportunity attacks. I'm going to go hide behind Ralu. That's me done.
Even prone,
Well, I
Cass
can't
can
think-
just curl into a little ball. 'Cause Ralu's so big.
Elbow strike.
Well, you can't.
16, I think, Mrs. Masika.
It's 31 because she failed the save,
It
so she's
does.
prone, right?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, she is prone.
Yep.
So that is a 31 to hit you, and you are weakened until the end of your next turn. Karate. Karin, you'll go.
Okay, yeah. So, let's get some shit going here. Let's start this. So, I would like to have an aura on me that is 5 large. Cute. Which means everyone gets to enjoy the benefit of that.
Yeah, yellow isn't doing it for me.
Oh no, the piss aura.
go with a nice strong ultraviolet. Now you'll be able to see like it's the black light. Now you can see all the cum stains on Cass.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say on the ship.
No, the ship has had a long time to not worry about that. Even if this monk is screaming something about the east shall rise again.
Nice. Okay, so and then as a minor action, I will also will stand up and then minor action going.
I'm just also gonna put this while you're at it. Still fail.
I'm going to heal Ralu for. Well, that's how much is that? 17.
Hooray!
Nice.
And myself for 10. Yeah.
All right. End of the turn. I'm gonna move Nahib over here. Masika, you can do an oppie as sleeves.
Sure.
Now you can do
Still
your
weakened, but
guardian thing.
yep.
Oh, yeah, weakening is good. This person has no way to like do cheeky disengages apart from like arriving at high flying kick locations. So I was like, I'll make it
So
a
that's
weaken
11.
instead. It's control area. 11 damage.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Alright, half my movement to stand up from prone. Step over 2. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2.
That said, were you hit by an elbow strike? I can't remember.
No.
No.
The
Okay.
elbow strike didn't hit me. It was a flying kick that downed me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, flying kick downs you.
All right, then yeah,
So I
take
sit
all of
up.
that.
Hang on.
So that's radiant damage still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going
Sweet.
to drink a necrotic. No, I'm not going to drink a necrotic potion.
No, because you just gave him radiant.
Hang on.
My aura
Let me
is
read.
10 necrotic.
Yeah, I know.
Resistance.
Again, let me read how my sword works. Can I even turn this off?
I don't know.
Yes.
Hang on. Don't you say unless you
Please stop
haven't
trying to
read it.
backseat, Stray. Jesus Christ.
All right, lost sliver of unliving silver. Chosen whenever initiative is rolled, and I would have chosen radiant because I didn't know that this guy
Yep.
does this.
Yep.
Yep.
It's fine.
Okay. Still, I mean, 29 damage is nice.
Yeah, and then I don't want to dump more radiant into him, but I will. Nope, you guys are all in a cube. I can't cast that spell. All right, I'm gonna keep it in reserve for now.
I mean, at this point, you've already given him radiant. You can't give him radiant twice over. They only get it for like the next attack.
Yeah, it's only for the next attack, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just going to keep dumping. I'm going to action surge and try to dump damage into him.
Yeah, I mean, now's the time to just keep fucking laying it on. Those are both hits again. That's 21 more damage.
And I don't have any temporary HP, so I'm going to cast Runes of Stones Endurance on myself.
Okie dokie. Alright. Yeah, and then at the end of your turn, I'm gonna spend my last 2 actions. I'm really glad that happened before I was on, like, 2 for you to do Hedrah, that's for sure.
Yep.
Blammo! 24
Ouch.
to hit all 3 of you. For
Yeah,
25
that'll
radiant damage.
I am going to cycle that away from Anai and use another spell because I have my reactions back up to hit that guy.
Oh,
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It is destroyed.
Okay, so take 15 damage as you immediately punch through my temporary HP.
Okay, now it is Nahib's turn. Refill. You are back to normal. Let's see here. We've used Monkey Steals the Peach. This feels kind of boring, but I'm gonna just elbow strike. I feel like I've lost a smidge of dynamism out of my fight by all 4 rigging rats being completely worthless.
Oh yeah, you have. You absolutely have.
Elbow strike Ralu, 17 as a miss, I'm pretty
Miss.
sure. Boo. Okay, rigging rats. Fuck. End of the first rigging rat, I'm gonna fucking kick Ralu. Into the second one, I'm going to kick Ralu again.
All right, so for resistance, if I have 10 necrotic resistance, does that mean I just take 1 necrotic? Do you always take 1 if you have resistance, or does resistance
No.
You can be DR'd down to 0.
Okay, so I take no damage from the first hit, and then 2, and then none. So I take 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
They look at you and just look down at their fucking fists and knees and feet like, huh? Why aren't you killing? Mive.
Well, so this guy's, he says he's not resistant to necrotic, huh?
Correct.
That's interesting. Anyway, here's a 3rd level inflict wounds.
What?
That's fine, just miss. Boom! Oh wait, is she sorceress?
No, because I always forget to do that. She could have. She's done nothing else with her minor action, but
About,
you know.
How about an inspiration? And you do that again.
Yeah. Thanks, Chief. There's a 16.
That is a hit.
And then with my minor
Alright.
action, I sorcerously surge.
Okey-doke. 25.
Yeah. Just don't always remember when playing a sorcerer.
End of Mive's turn, I'm just gonna copper Ralu hit and try and kick Karin in the hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Cool. On Tiff turn. Tiff. Is going to move up and go for the eyes in. Hit him with the pounder.
Oh.
And then backs out, copping an oppie. And then he will deliver that oppie.
Can you oppie an oppie?
Yeah, you can oppie. You can, in fact, hit them for hitting. Okay, so she takes 9 bludgeoning and is weakened. And then he takes 13. Oh wait, I hit you with oh no, those were flying kicks, not elbow strikes, boo.
Yep.
And he took 17 Sand Pounder. And yeah, his AC has been dropped. Anai.
Okay. Well, now that that opportunity attack has been used up, I am free to just walk away. So I'm gonna walk out of the area there, and then we're going to let's see here. Come through would be funny, but it serves no purpose at this point. So we're just gonna chromatic orb at 4th level.
Yeah, I mean that's a good source of damage.
Let's see here. Does it matter which one we go with? Probably a little bit. I like fire. We're gonna do it as a fire orb.
Cool.
Okay, chromatic orb, 4th level.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. 26 for
47.
47 fire.
Ow. British. If you'd missed, that would have been bad. Because guess what? This ship sure hasn't been treated against fire in hundreds of years.
No, you're right. I forgot about that. Oh well.
When you were picking damages, it's like, yes, God, do it, do fire, and then fuck up real bad, set fire to this down to this thing. No.
Fire
Okay.
and thunder would probably be bad. On your turn, Masika, Ralu will yell out, Masika, swap dancing partners.
Yup.
Yeah, these fucking rigging rats can't do shit.
More, really.
It's not even swapping, it's just leave them behind and fucking ignore them. They're worthless.
Well, no, if they start moving, then Ralu's gonna go, but Ralu's gonna go try to mop these guys up because she just keeps giving this guy damage.
I'm gonna re-rage, drop my Defender Aura.
Okie doke.
Yeah, unfortunately, the rigging rats have to roll like an 18 to pass.
You dropped your Defender Aura.
Hear him later. Yeah, add rage damage. I got a Ralu here.
I'm
She
leaving.
just said she's switching. Her radiant
yes.
attacks. Her radiant attacks.
Oh, then
just
never
make
mind
this
then.
boss stronger.
I'll still re-rage for my temp HP, but I won't drop my Defender Aura then.
Good.
And then I'll attack twice then. Off Guardian Aura though.
Yep.
Damage die.
Hit.
Good
Nice.
hit.
Yeah.
19, 26, 32. Ugh. Oh, their health is just fucking just dripping away now. End of your turn.
Anything unbloodied?
No bloody effects, unfortunately.
Interesting.
It's because this is an encounter with a full complement of enemies. It's just that
True.
yeah.
That a good portion of them kind of, yeah.
I don't even know why I'm bothering throwing flying kicks at Ralu. It doesn't do anything anymore.
I take 1 damage.
Sweet. Loam.
Oh, I was still weakened.
Oh, you were. Okay, let's give it back.
Yeah, but now you're not because it's at the
Now
end
it's
of your
gone.
Right.
turn.
Yep. Is Debbie still up cooking?
You cooking
Seems
in
like
there,
it.
Kinathis?
Alright,
Seems
I'm
like it.
going to have Loam mark
You know,
Baron
you have
Von
to
Fuckface
cook.
there and double tap him. Click on this quarry. And then flip.
Steady
just as
aim,
I came back.
nice.
Alright, well, I just rolled you and you crit the boss
Oh.
twice.
Oh, well, thank you, me. I did great.
You did
You
great.
sure did.
Thank you. Me.
Excuse me while I hit this button here and
I used a miner to have you quarry.
oh, okay. That's fine too.
Fuck. Fuck! I control you for like half a second and completely undermined myself. Not that I needed any help being
That's
undermined.
how it always goes with you and Kina.
Holy.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Look, nobody rolls crits harder against me than me.
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
Cass.
Me, oh boy.
Yep.
Well, I hear we like throwing chromatic ores at this dude, so like...
It worked out pretty well.
Stop
Oh,
it.
you thought you were gonna
You're mean.
bonk him?
no.
Sacks.
You know what? The sax does necrotic damage. You're right. I will use a minor action to switch to my saxophone. Come up here and beat the shit out of this guy.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't
Yeah,
know,
like
let's-
it's like this. They probably start cackling the moment you put away your great glorious sword. Like, ha ha ha! You can't use your super weapon. What the fuck is that all about? And then you
Doo,
fucking deliver
doo,
onto
doo, doo,
them
doo,
an
doo.
abs.
do 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 do. And since I have Zephyr Stride on, I can just walk away from him.
Rude. Frankly, that's rude.
This dude is honestly 100% afraid to throw reactionary attacks at people now because it's getting him completely bodied. Karin.
He should be afraid.
He could have just stayed dead.
Yes.
He didn't have to get up.
Position
Could
heal
have just
thyself.
left the fucking. Yeah, he could have just left the fucking boat too. But...
He could have just talked to us instead of
No.
attacking. He could have done many things, but he chose to be an asshole, so now look what happens.
You chose this route,
Yeah,
Mr.
so-
Bones.
Yeah, I'm going to
Mr. Bones.
give you a step away from. Away, so that.
Oh, go on,
Yeah.
just one kick against you then. Or more correctly, elbow strike. 16, I think, is a
Miss.
miss. Yeah, alright, Ralu. Thank you for the buff.
All
You
right.
didn't have to hit. You don't have to.
Eh.
Woohoo!
The bait!
It was taken.
And, well, that was fucking stupid. And I'll heal myself for 27 hit points as a minor action. Channel Divinity. 27. Rollo, how are you looking?
I'm missing about 26 hit points.
Well, let me just throw this one second level called Divine Resilience. So,
While you're doing that,
13
I'm gonna-
temporary hit points.
Sweet. Okay.
Alright.
End of Karin's turn.
And
Yeah, I'm gonna
Maeve
use my
gets that
blast.
too.
Cool.
And which one else?
And I cycle that from her to him. It's
Make
not
it,
really bait when the only person that might be hurt by it is can be defended, and this person has so much HP.
I mean, it's still a chance for me to do, like, their most damage against 3 people. And of a type that you aren't resisting.
I'm fine.
Rigging rat. Oh.
Yeah, you took
Yeah,
8
I
radiant.
Oh,
You got
and
Divine
how-
Resilience.
okay.
Mm.
What does
You got
Divine
it.
Resilience do? You didn't print it out.
Halves damage taken.
Oh, that's it. All right.
Cool.
All right.
That's
I'm
also
gonna
gap
HP
HP.
from it.
All right. I'm gonna gap close,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start whacking on this guy over here. Do I have advantage because of how of him being? Is he immobilized?
He's incapacitated.
Mobilize.
Episode
save
advantage.
end.
Immobilized. Immobilized just says you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. It does not say
Incapacitated.
Yeah, he's
Chicken
both.
you cannot take actions. It doesn't say that I have advantage.
Alright, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do normal attacks.
That's what I was asking.
Oof.
And then
Miss.
spend a bit. And actually, that was good damage. I'm gonna re-roll that one, but hang on.
Sure.
So re-roll the attack for a natural 20, but I don't think it matters. Do I get extra damage if I re-roll into a natural 20?
Yeah, you hit.
Okay, so 15 plus 5.
Yep. You've nearly killed him.
Wackadoodles.
Alright, end of your turn. Restore more Legos. And now Naib. I need you to kill this bear.
Understandable.
But you're in such a terrible position for it.
But what if you flying kick her off the ship?
I can't,
You
but
can't
what I
move
need...
because
I need...
he's immobilized.
No, the button I meant to push.
Yeah. I can teleport, though. But it would... Yeah, it would only screw me to teleport. So, I guess I'm just gonna elbow strike Masika. Doing your fucking, like, a basic hit legendary action just on their turn because I've suddenly ran out of options.
And that misses.
Fuck.
I'm not prone this time.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't do an action. I think you got me. Alright, Riggin Rat. This is hell. I'm in hell. I had an encounter of treacherous difficulty, and then I was like, "Oh, I just forgot that spell existed."
Turn
and
undead.
it-
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot that turn undead existed, and it just ended the fight. Mive.
You really did. It's just such a
Well,
strong
let me
spell.
tell you about solos getting their whole encounters ruined by like one turn of actions.
I mean, yeah, it happens.
Alright. Yeah, Maiva's gonna deliver unto this guy, now with advantage. Another level 3 inflict wounds.
Yeah.
Grabby.
Owie.
Goofy.
And she will step away.
It'll let you walk.
Alright. If you're sure.
Yeah. End of your turn. I kick Masika for really not much.
Four.
For 4 damage.
Yeah.
Tiff. Let's just fucking miss terribly, I guess. That'll have to happen eventually. Well, she was only weakened anyway, so no big loss. And she'll stay. Anai.
Give me that con save. Red spike.
Oh no! Fuck, is that my 3rd legendary resistance?
You used like 3 so far?
Have I used 3? I thought I've only used 2.
Mm.
You used 1 for the rigging, remember?
I used 1 for the rigging, and I used 1 for turn undead.
That's the only ones I remember.
Yeah,
Yep, so
so
you-
yeah,
Oh,
I
you
spend
said
I spend their
something.
last fierce resistance to not get knocked prone while I'm on like near death.
And you take no damage.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it's cantrip. Cool.
Same
All
one.
right, I am tapped.
I worked through some of your. Yeah, I got through all your fierce resistances for once in a combat. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
yeah, all this creature's fierce resistances are gone.
Fucking that's wild.
Yep, all 3.
Yeah.
Masika.
Well, it helped we were able to focus down into him.
I hope that I spent one of my own on my own fucking stupid jump.
It's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna attack into him.
Yep. Miss.
I will reckless.
Okay.
I think it's some
Miss. Hit.
There we go.
19. No, my double digits. Loam.
Is the lobster there?
Devi came back, but did he leave again?
Well, I guess you have to crit yourself.
No, I
again.
don't want to do it to myself again.
Come on, it's steady aiming.
Fine.
Yay!
Told ya! I fucking told ya!
Down. Bollocks. There's no way that Kina wouldn't fucking.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So 30
That's
just for the
just
force.
I think you did more than your double crits actually. Yep.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Khassid, can you take it to the hoop?
We're about to find out.
Give him the sacks, boy!
Do 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 do
No.
do 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 do
My
do
boy. My precious baby monk.
Do 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 bonk.
Oh,
I'm sure
no
that's gonna do it.
19.
So many ones
20.
and twos. Holy shit.
Alive.
Well,
Hiding a smite in there or something.
you know, today I did not actually prepare smite.
Holy shit.
Karin,
Hey,
can
Karin.
you Spear of Faith him?
But Can I
Can
you
what
not-
did you say?
Spear of Faith him.
Does not want to try and
Oh,
rob
I
us of any
just-
more resources with legendary actions?
No,
I just started
none of his actions will help. I can't do damage. This is a hard counter to this mob. I was like, this radiant thing will really fuck him over, and didn't consider they could just stop doing radiant to him.
Hey,
We can just
welcome,
stop.
welcome back,
Yeah.
Kinathis. You got another crit.
Yeah, and this time I
Great,
hit your-
good job,
I hit-
me. I'm
I
so
hit-
proud of
fair-
myself.
To
I
be
hit
fair, it
your
did
smite
fuck us
button
over in the
for it.
start.
Yeah, no, it opened strong.
Well, I'll not radiant him, but I'll try to bonk him. That's a miss. Oh, I'm gonna just move away then.
All right, Riggin Rat, you've had all turn to do all fight to do nothing.
You passed.
I knew it. I knew it would happen at the moment. It didn't really mean anything. Oh God! I hit Ralu for 21, and I need
I
to check.
That's
Had
the
to
end
save
of
at
your
the end of
turn.
your turn.
Oh no, you're right. It's
Yep.
at the end of your turn.
I'm
I didn't get
sorry.
to do anything with them at the end.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, Skow.
Oh, oh my heart, Raleigh. Yeah, alright, he's destroyed. Malahib, you somehow made it into this turn again?
Huh?
Yep.
I'm just as surprised as you. High flying kick, get away from them, run.
Masika gets to do a.
Nope, it's a teleport.
Wait.
Teleport.
So dex save versus 15 bludgeoning, Khassid, Karin.
Alright, fine. Alright. I'll just take it. That's fine.
Oh.
Oof.
5.
Oh, my
Nail his ass. No, mine
Um,
wasn't in there.
Can Maive get the finishing kill on 2 bosses in a row?
We're gonna find out. I'm gonna come over here. And we'll surge sourcelessly and,
You were already Sorka Sergeant.
right,
Because you remembered to do so.
Yeah.
poke.
That is a poke that hits. And you kill. She lets
Two
out
in
a
a
big old
row.
fucking woo at getting 2 boss kills. Haru!
And then everyone just looks at the last poor fucker.
It's already like quaking in his bones, clacking knees together. Yeah, I think you won't have any problems finishing off the last Regan rat.
And.
Yep.
Slurp.
You have
More
all
flip.
born. You have all born witness. By right of conquest, this vessel is now ours.
That's a good. Yeah, sure. That's how that works.
I'm
Yeah,
not
they're
sure Soul-
pirates.
I'm
That's
not
what-
sure Soulstone's
that's-
gonna be worth it. I'll be honest.
That's a law of the sands, baby.
Love his hands.
I'm not sure the Soulstone would be really worth it.
I mean, we have
Hey,
so
who
much
knows
gems, we
what's-
might as fucking well.
You're right.
I mean,
You're
fuck him, he's a
true,
monk,
you're
I
right.
hate him, but...
So,
Hey, who knows? Maybe we're gonna get some cool shit.
we
Like
should.
increased movement speed.
So, we should send a runner back to get the carpenter started. The sooner we start, the sooner we'll be finished. And before you start saying that they might be in danger, my squad will come with them and protect them while they work. And while we deal with, and Ralu just points up.
Oh, big shit.
Tiff, you are faster than me, yes?
I'd like to think so. Probably not by much.
Could you go and inform the laborers and my squad to come down here and begin work on the ship?
Sure thing. I'll also grab Bree and tag her in. I don't know about you, but inside a ship doesn't sound like my best gestures at her big old wings.
Ah, yes. Well, then you could, if you could protect the workers with my squad, then.
Sure thing. Ooh, actually, there's also Valencia. I bet she'd be great on a boat. She was a pirate.
That
You
is
know
true.
what? You are correct.
Yes.
I'll let Brienne join Team Protect, and yeah, you guys can take a pirate with you in the pirate ship. I bet she'd be fucking stoked.
She would be. I've had to listen to many of her stories as we go over the basics of Warforged parts.
Yar har.
Yar har.
Out of character, are we planning on taking a long rest before we go on board? Otherwise, I'm
Fucking
gonna have to
why?
be spending some of it. Because I need to spend some of it to not
Karin
only heal up, I need to drink ether potions.
Let's just go. We don't need to take a 5-minute workday.
No,
So-
she's getting a
Done
short
one
rest,
encounter.
not a long rest. Short rest, Savin, not a
Yes.
long rest.
Yes, short rest.
So I
Straight
was
up
just
a long
asking.
rest.
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
I said we're taking a long rest because I used all of my first level spells redirecting attacks, so I need to drink a bunch of ether potions.
Or just not have spells. It's okay.
Or I've just been hoarding ether potions and not doing anything with them.
Well, I mean, they do cost you vitality, which is probably more important than your spell slots.
Yeah. I still need to heal though.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. We can take a short rest. I'll take a short rest anyway, so I can get back to my
Okay.
4th level spell.
Yeah, I'm going to take a short rest and then pass out inspiration to me, Myve, and Ralu.
I think I still have mine.
Then me,
I didn't use
Myve,
it in
and
the fight.
Karin.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Yeah, force spell is the only thing I really used in that entire combat, aside from cantrips.
During a short rest, does Karin have any abilities to make my regenerating hit points better, or no? I just want to make sure.
You
Oh,
have
wait, no, hang on.
regeneration. What do you mean?
I have regeneration. I'm flying away.
Regeneration?
Listen,
You're
I
sitting
forget
it up.
about that ability.
Let's see here.
I still I
Chicken
had
and
that
chicken.
same ability last campaign as Tristan, and nobody ever called him out on just
Nobody
like
called it. It
his
was so
HP
funny.
bar.
I was checking every time. as well.
Every 6 seconds, I would just add a hit point in real time, and
No one
nobody
bothered
ever
to
commented
notice.
on it.
Here, you watch this.
It's
Okay,
really
look how hard it is to see 1 hit point moved.
Yeah, I
took a
know,
hit
but
point.
my health
I
bar
took a
would
hit
go from
point.
like half to full over the course of a
Took a
minute
hit
or
point.
so. Nobody ever commented.
I never noticed.
I know.
Oh,
It's,
straight up say it, I
it's
never
so
noticed.
gradual that unless you're actually paying attention
That-
to
I know,
it,
you have to
And-
actually be paying attention to see it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That and hold
Paying
on, there's
attention
also
to someone else's character, not
Well, that-
usually in combat. I'm paying attention
No,
to the
it
board
wasn't in
itself.
combat.
This
It's
is
while we were
post.
like
That-
wandering around
yeah.
and talking.
that and half the time we don't really see other people's HP bars move.
That's a more reasonable excuse.
We also desync all of the time.
That's fair.
There you go.
but-
There are 2 skills that are on the Soul Stone for the Soul of the Trade.
Ooh. Does Loam have room on any of her weapons still? Because she is a crit monster.
let's see. Oh.
Yeah, the Frenzy is keen.
Is it legendary though?
No.
Well, I think that should go to Loam.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well.
Well. Yeah. Do you want to try and Greyhawk the ship now that the Bony Boys have been dispatchoed?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
why not?
The
You want some
Bony
investigate
Boys.
checks?
Yeah, please.
Do you want to help me, Cass?
Sure.
Or do okay. Investigation. Oh,
Weep, weep.
Well, you can never roll.
yeah, I'll just re-roll just in case. 16.
Okay. I think Anai is going to find out most of the juicy bits. That is to say, there is a selection of old rusted silver coins with little images of dragons stamped into them.
Nice.
That's not very impressive until you flip it over and see that there's also little red and green gemstones studded into each of the silver coins as well. They look
They're not like the
suddenly a
cursed
lot
coins,
more-
right?
That's a good question.
Can I Arcana then to see if they're like magic in any way? If they're cursed or something like that?
Sure.
'Cause if they're cursed, I don't want to be picking them up.
There
What,
is
you
a
don't
spell
like
on them.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
They
Oh,
do
this
give
might
off magic.
this might be the stolen silver that they stole from the dragon. It's a locator spell.
With the Ralu's sharp intuition, yes, you are pretty sure it's a tracking spell.
Ralu finger guns.
So I can dismiss that, but that will be for another day when we're not having to fight on the big ship.
Mm-hmm.
True, and we're also wealthy enough that... Well, no, if the dragon wanted her gold back, she would have already come for it. I don't know why it's just still here. Did they kill it? Then the spell would be gone.
I don't think we'll be able to find the answer out until we go on to the big ship.
That's true. Also, before we end the session, Skow, can Cass make a carpentry roll to see if the keel's okay?
Yeah, totally.
Alrighty then. $16.
The keel appears to be intact. There's definitely some deck maintenance that needs to be done, but it's not in a huge rush. And the whole ship needs like retreating, just like against environmental damage. But that is not the worst thing to do.
So, I think it's official, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we have our new ship.
Wow.
Now we need to make a new name for it. I think Metal Ray.
That seems like something we should discuss in roleplay chat.
Yeah, there's something else besides the silver coins. There is an old rotten logbook.
Oh, neat. I'll flip through it.
Yeah, it mostly looks like it's been kept by the pilot of this airship.
And I am indeed trained to be a pilot and a captain of ships, so I'm gonna look.
And you can see that a lot of it is like navigational logs, like they've gone by this and gone by this. Very boring, but there are occasional like blurbs and writings. The middle point of the book, which is about where the pages suddenly run out of content, you can see that there are mentions of paranoia amongst the crew ever since sacking the dragon.
Sacking the dragon?
Can you spell that out, please?
Oh, sacking
the dragon.
I thought sacking was his name.
Yeah, me too.
No.
You did?
Oh, after
yeah.
sacking the dragon.
I thought it was like that.
No. Yeah, the crew appears to be quite paranoid after the sacking of the dragon. There you go. We've got an oven there for you.
Is there any mention of the dragon's name, or?
No.
All right. What was the area they marked themselves in just before they started getting paranoid about having done that to the dragon? What was their last destination?
It's hard to say. Like the logbook has been like open on its last few pages for a long time. It says it, but sat there. Probably doesn't. It's not in any condition to be read.
Fair enough.
But what if we use this one specific cantrip to completely undo all of your mystification?
Okay.
No, that doesn't actually work anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Good.
I say, all right. The remaining letters on the page disappear.
No.
It's fresh as new. All the log entries are gone.
Yep, fresh prepared.
Excellent.
Clearly someone vandalized all this clean paper.
Clean paper.
Oh goodness. Yeah. As far as monetary loot, not a fantastic haul. However, the ship itself I would qualify as a pretty spicy haul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Whatever we find in that big ship.
Yeah, and here I also have like a nice travel thing prepped for it. There you go.
Nice.
Look at that shit.
Ooh.
I like
That is
how
cool.
I like how Cass is giving Mive is giving Cass the Titanic treatment.
Yeah, he's getting Titanic clearly.
Yay.
I'm flying.
I like this. This is cute.
Yeah, I just like the fact that I can fuck around with the sails and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is actually very cool.
I think there's a lovely cover on it. Anyway, rules of tombs, experience. You're saving him some life.
No.
No. Defeat a soul or treacherous.
Yes.
I hate it, but that
Yeah.
was technically treacherous. That was so many more enemies than you should have been fighting. Sometimes just be like that. Sometimes a party is a hard counter.
Yeah. A cleric.
I've completely forgot about Turn Undead. I was even like, ha, they're gonna be so fucking like spooked when their radiant damage just makes this guy stronger. I just completely forgot about Turn Undead. I was so like quietly smug. Learn something new about the World IC Journal?
Yeah, these pirates.
Yeah,
we
you
stumbled
learned about the
upon a
hatchet.
secret pirate cove.
Yar har fiddly.
Yeah, I mean, you knew the cove/graveyard existed.
Yeah, but we didn't know it was
Uh,
like a pirate graveyard.
We didn't know anything about the Black Hatchet.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Goonies Quest tomorrow or next week.
Dude, the shit, like, I'm
Right.
torn on how I put that together, and I think I'm gonna have to spend some money on the marketplace and grab a really cool like ship dungeon I saw.
Hell yes.
Ooh.
I really want the final boss to be One-Eyed Willie.
When Willie.
But a
Did
one-eyed Willie is
you
cast
take
as
on a
final boss
create-
most nights.
Did you take on a create a quest, complete quest?
Not really. I don't think.
We're
We're in the process of it.
Yeah. Did you uncover a rare Mashikite treasure hoard?
I'd count a
Uh,
ship as a treasure
yeah.
hoard, yeah.
Yeah.
I qualify it. Yeah, absolutely.
So, 2 XP?
3.
Oh, 3.
Solo, world, and
Right, yes.
board. Yeah.
61.
3 EXP.
62.
62.
Okay. I can't do math either. Jesus Christ. Alright.
9 plus
Right,
3
it's
is
now
12.
the 3rd of July
I know.
endgame.
We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right now though, it's fine. You're underground, isn't it lovely and cool
It's
here?
true. We could just spend the whole
I don't
summer
wanna.
here.
I'm not giving birth in a cave.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather be spending it with my elf girlfriend and my new pad, porking her down all the time over there.
Yeah, getting porking.
and you have a casino to run with milk bars and cows. You're
I'd
not gonna fix a
classically
fucking
catch up
ship.
on.
You're not gonna fix a ship in a cave with a box of scraps.
You're not my
Oh.
boss. Alright.
Yeah, you're your own boss.
Well, if you're watching on stream on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow for 70. Adventures in Downtime. Until then, adios and do take care.